Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting started. We are about to begin here, shoutcasting ALGS Winter Circuit 2. So, I know this doesn't start for another 5 minutes. There is a 5-minute delay, just as a heads up, ladies and gentlemen. So at the start, if it does pick up any part of the stream, just want to let you guys know that we're just getting started. All right, once the stream picks up, we are going to be on a 5-minute delay. Just getting everything set up here in the background. Just want to appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for the stream today. Very excited to be shoutcasting the event. But it looks like we are pretty much ready to rock. Okay. So I apologize if there was a little lag there. I was just working on a few things in the background, make sure everything is set up, make sure everything looking nice and pretty for us once we get set up and going here. Very excited to have all of you guys here, and we'll get started here in just a hot second. Again, this is the official broadcast for APAC Legends APAC North. So very excited to be broadcasting and shoutcasting for you guys and allowing me to be your host into today's journey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official broadcast for Apex Legends APAC North. We're coming at you. I'm just going to set up a few more things here, and we are going to be ready to rock. The lobby is already filling up, as you can tell in the background there. Things are set in motion and getting started. So again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. We're going to be, thank you for joining me in today's journey for Apex Legends APAC North. So give me 2 seconds, just got to tweet out a few things. We are running, ladies and gentlemen, a one-man show. It is 4 in the morning here in the good old US of A. As you can see, the lobby's filling up in the background. We're going to change scenes. If you enjoy any of the broadcasts that you see today, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Again, there is going to be a 5-minute delay for those that are watching, just as a heads up, just so you are aware, just to keep competitive integrity intact, as that is utmost importance. So let me grab the link for the stream and let me tweet everything out. Make sure everyone knows that we're live, that we're here. I'm very excited to have all of you guys here for today. I do need to edit the... Hey, Creep, it's good to have you here. Thank you so much, buddy. I will do my best to make sure to keep up with everything that's going on with chat and follow along best we can. So very, very excited for today. I'm very pumped. Hope all of you guys are excited as well. Let me make sure I have everything good to go. I need 2 seconds here. Once we get going, it's going to be going, and everyone's already filling up in the lobby, getting started. Good morning, R1. Martin, good to have you here as well. Good morning, good morning. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll type in chat. Good morning. Very excited to have you guys and join me in journey of today's cast. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. Just tweeting everything out. Make sure everything is good to go. Don't have to worry about any of this because it's all going to be taken care of. Okay. And I think we're ready to rock. Hey, MTL Morning. It's good to have you, buddy. What's going on, man? Good morning, good morning. Okay, and I have the scores when they get populated in the background. And we're ready to rock. I will turn off the music once we're in the game and we're rocking and rolling. I am a one-man show, so we're kind of rocking and rolling with everything in the background. And I can say that one more time just because I'm actually really excited for today. This is APAC North, official broadcast for Apex Legends. We're going to give you all the information, all the scoop, as much as humanly possible of what's going on within the action. As you can tell, we are in the lobby. The lobby is getting populated as we speak at the moment. Gaming Tube, it's good to have you here. This is the Apex Legends APAC North. So if you guys are ever curious what region of the world that we're covering and shoutcasting for this evening. You have any guesses on the Watson is getting a mid-season update? I would love for one. To be honest, this is going to be a very interesting tournament because this has been probably the most diverse that we have ever seen. I mean, morning Ultron. I guess you could say maybe a little bit sleepy, but I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited to be here this morning. What's really interesting about what we're going to see today is just the variety. The fact that Wraith used to be a #1 pick that we would see overall, and that has changed dramatically from a #1 pick down to #4 on Apex Legends overall. We're seeing a lot of team comps become more viable. We're seeing Wraith not utilized as much. We're seeing a lot more Horizon in play. We're seeing a lot of diversity in overall comps. I competed myself just to kind of get a taste of it, because whenever I'm shoutcasting, I want to be sure I know exactly when I'm broadcasting and understanding the meta and the changes. We're definitely seeing Gibraltar, Horizon, Bloodhound. We're seeing Caustic, Gibraltar, Bloodhound. We're seeing a lot of varieties, and we're seeing a lot of things change. Now, in the finals, I guarantee you we're going to see a lot of Caustic as we start to see players play a lot more passionately. And defensively, we see a lot more teams take the defensive route. I guarantee we're going to see Gibby near 100% pick rate going right into Caustic being right up there. MTLs, appreciate you guys, everyone being here. How can I play and what's the winnings? Everyone can compete in terms of ALGS. You know why it probably looks so tired is because of lighting. I usually don't have as much lighting where it looks like it's so dark. I'm Horizon main, but I can't get the squad wipe badge, so it puts me off being her. She is fantastic, and we're going to see a lot of her in play. So what I'm going to do, me see if I can get this light here in a second. It might brighten up the room, make it look not so dark and dim. So 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, it's 4 a.m. Misfire, it's good to have you. Thank you so much all for being here. So again, we're about to get started here. This is the first match of the day. We got 6 matches total to see who comes out on top, as many points as humanly possible. And we're going to keep track of the top teams. It looks like T1 obviously has been advancing. Crazy Raccoon been killing it as well. Got a lot of teams here. I wonder if Sun Sisters, did they advance? We got FL. Also looks like they're in play. Sun Sisters, there they are. Looks like they're all set up. Jupiter Vega. Northception, a lot of exciting teams. So if you're curious why you're not seeing a lot of these teams that maybe from NA and U from Europe, obviously because we're covering APAC North. So this is a whole different region across the world. So it's going to be curious how they're going to play up, considering especially in North America how much diversity we were seeing overall in terms of comp and structure. So let's break that down and take a look at the start here. So it looks like we're probably going to start here in about 3 minutes. All the teams are just connecting, getting situated, and getting ready to begin the overall round for today. Guarantee you lots on the line here. Everyone wants to do quite well, so I'm kind of curious. I'm looking for Pathfinder and Lifeline. So it's an interesting topic there, especially in North America and Europe. We've yet to see very many Pathfinders. I guarantee we're going to see Crypto, Caustic, Gibraltar, Horizon, Bloodhound. We could see a Pathfinder in play. Watson has definitely been pushed out of the meta and has definitely been lower on the list comparatively to other compositions. It's very unfortunate. I'm a Watson main myself and a very passionate Watson, so it's unfortunate to kind of see her pushed out. So very excited to see how things shape up. Good to see all you guys. Welcome again. Don't forget to leave a like. This is on a 5-minute delay, just as a reminder, just to keep competitive integrity. That's very important, obviously, because anybody can watch the stream who's obviously competing in this tournament and see very much so that they're competing. So we're definitely going to be following all the action. We'll definitely follow T1, very much a fan favorite. Sun Sisters, Crazy Raccoon, Detonator has done quite well in the past as well. And FLK and Fennel, all these teams are regulars. We have some new ones that are definitely shaping things up. So I was curious how things are going to go overall. TW, but a shout out to everyone for being here. Very, very excited. It's going to be a very, very big night. This is definitely going to be around a 3 to 4 hour broadcast. I am a one-man show, just a reminder. So I am driving the camera. I'm trying to keep myself hydrated. Keep yourself hydrated as well back at home. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the evening, because we're about to get a very exciting tournament finals for Apex Legends APAC North finals here. So this is number 2 of the online tournament overall. So very, very exciting. Reese, it's good to have you. King, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, and technically good night wherever you're at overall in the world. All right, looks like everyone's ready. Just in the back end, we're probably waiting just for a few seconds, kind of see how things shape up. This is actually probably, I'm really excited specifically for this one because we're just going to see so much diversity in character legend pick. So I'm really, really pumped. This is educational. If you guys ever have questions of how competitive Apex works, it's definitely very, very exciting, and how everything is going to shape up. Yo, Scuzz, it's good to see you. Welcome, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. So we'll get underway. Just as a reminder, whenever the servers do start, we will see some lag at the start. Because I'm obviously connecting from the US and they're obviously located around Asia, the western part of the world, I do get a little lag at the very start of the round, but it evens out and then we're looking okay. I don't unfortunately think we're going to see a lot of Octane. It's been interesting. I thought that teams would definitely try to push him into play. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, though. I think a lot of teams are already nervous about how much has changed in terms of the overall meta. So we'll kind of have to gauge it and see what teams are going to break into. I am not counting out Octane yet. I almost feel like Octane provides a lot more diversity than even Watson does at the moment. but we'll have to see. Teams are just getting used to the overall new compositions. I feel like teams are playing it rather safe right now. And even though we're playing it rather safe, it's very interesting to see some of the compositions that we're seeing. I even saw crypto for North America, which is fascinating to see and very, very exciting as things change. So very, very excited for the future of Apex Legends competitive. Obviously, things could always change and continue to be better. I would love to see, I know people in chat are saying Watson and Rampart. I definitely love to see it myself, but it's not over and there's still a lot to change. I'm on a 5-minute delay, by the way, Owen. For those that are watching, this is an official broadcast for APAC North. I am obviously in the server, they're setting things up. So the reason why I'm a little delayed is just because, well, there's naturally a delay. So again, I'll always give a shout out best I can to everyone in chat. Simon, good to have you here. Zeller, 1 a.m. in Seattle right now. Yeah, no kidding. It's 4 a.m. here, buddy. So pretty early in the morning. Jello, good to have you. Good to have everyone here. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. So yes, I will engage with you guys in chat. Of course, I'm going to do my best. 5-minute delay. Don't forget, 5-minute delay. Tournament. Got to make sure we're keeping the competitive integrity going on within the tournament. So they're launching now, and we'll get right into it. Ariel, I ain't sleeping tonight. We got 6 rounds. Got 6 rounds, baby. Is this the NA tournament? This is APAC North. I wonder if there will be a Rev and Octane team. Possible. Be very, very, what's the word, toxic in a way, partly because it's so aggro. That'll be, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. The goal once we get into the round is trying to isolate where everyone is landing, so I may switch the cameras quite a bit just to give you a bird's eye view of where everyone is going. Once we kind of get an idea where everyone is going, we can start to follow where teams are overall. Oh, they're filled up. Give it a second. Don't worry, SB. I think he was just running into some connection issues. All right, looks like they got the team names. They should be launching just here in just a moment. Are you going to have APAC South? I really hope somebody missed watching you on the last time. They have me covering APAC North specifically, I guess because obviously both of them are in the middle of the night, so it's definitely a little hard for me to do so. It's 4 a.m. right now. I think that they are probably worried about driving me too up the wall, considering I would be back-to-back, which would be almost like 8 hours of casting, which can get quite intense. And it's a lot of talking. I know around the 3-hour mark, especially solo casting it, definitely feel it in the throat. You definitely have to pace yourself, and you have to be careful, especially considering it's the middle of the night. So we may see Revenant. We may see him in play. We'll see how things shape up and overall we're looking at. I'm excited to see Crazy Raccoon kind of pick things up. I know before... Oh, everyone's leaving the lobby. Are they resetting? Let's take a look. 2 seconds. Let's take a look what's going on. Let's see here. I am not sure what happened there. Did I get kicked out? And oh. Alright, I'm reconnecting. I think the server went down. Okay, everyone's reconnecting. It's kind of... Okay. Alright, yep. Looks like everyone's reconnecting. No, don't be alarmed. Everyone's reconnecting right now. It's probably going to be another 2 or 3 minutes while everyone reconnects. As you can see in the back lobby, I even kind of had a little bit of like, oh, did I not get in? But no, looks like they just did a quick server restart just to make sure that the connection is good. Guilty Gaming, good to have you here. Hello from Hong Kong. Wow, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Thank you so much for tuning in. What's the prize pool? I believe I need to double check on the back end. I think it was 53,000 or 63,000. I know that it's split. Keep in mind there are many online tournaments. This is qualifiers to the main stage and the main tournament overall. This is number 2. The first one, obviously, we broadcast as well, but this is the finals for this overall group. So very excited. Also, check in. I'm doing very well, Scott, and yourself. I'm just glad Wraith is not a 100% pick rate. Agreed. I have to say it was very, very weird even competing in North America, seeing that Wraith was not utilized as much. Okay, so just give everyone a second here. Is Wraith meta? She's always going to be meta. She's always going to be utilized quite a bit. Obviously, currently, with the current meta, not so much. But you can never not push her out. She's always going to have her utility. Her hitbox may be larger. She may have the head of a watermelon now. But her utility, her portal, her Q is always monumental overall. What does APAC mean? I know European, Asia Pacific. And it's north and there's south. So there's two different regions because obviously Asia is a very, very large region. It's quite a bit around the Western world. How's House team? Today we're actually covering APAC North MOBA. So yesterday Jupiter Vega going no Wraith and no Horizon. Wow. We'll have to take a look into their overall comp to see what they're going to be running. No Horizon and no Wraith is definitely going to be interesting. I could kind of see it. I do, unless they were running Caustic, Gibraltar, and Bloodhound, or Crypto for that matter. You kind of go to the big boy team when you got that overall defensive comp. I mean, it's nearly impossible to push a Caustic. You're going to see a lot of them. So very, very excited. We're missing Fennel Korea at the moment. They should be reconnecting. I know they restarted the lobby. We'll get in just a minute. I think they're trying to get all the names intact is the overall issue. And I think they're waiting on them to connect. And then once they do, we'll be good to go. But again, I really appreciate you guys. I'm really excited. We got 6 games today slotted. Don't forget to leave a like if you do love the casting, help support the channel. Be sure to subscribe. We're going to be covering APAC North pretty much exclusively here on the channel. I put guides, tutorials, tips, how to improve your aim. I personally stream as well my gameplay. So there's a lot here on the channel specifically. It's not just ALGS, but we definitely do a lot of ALGS coverage, specifically APAC North. I am dedicated to it. I really enjoy covering the overall region, and it's a lot of fun. If I could, I'd definitely cover more, but you know, I do the best I can. All right, we just need one team to connect, and then we'll be good to go. How do you join some gaming org? That's a really great question. Now, whenever you compete, remember that ALGS is really open to anybody, whether you're an org or not. You don't have to be an org. You can be looking for a team and 3 individuals who just compete and then just kind of going for the gold. It's kind of the great part about Apex Legends competitive, that there's the opportunity for really everyone to get a chance. You just got to shoot your shot and compete within your own region. Just make sure to obviously show up. That's part of the battle. I mean, even I took a shot at North America, and we got through the first pass through. And you could of course practice by doing scrims, doing everything you can to overall improve and get better. So there's a lot there on the table, especially for those just trying to get into gaming. Now, if you perform well, you create content, a gaming org is definitely going to take a lot of notice into that. Specifically, I'm also the general manager of a gaming organization called SOAR Gaming. So we look for content creators. We look for those that are on the grind. So again, whenever you're looking for an org, you don't necessarily need an org. If you are just simply grinding out your content, doing your best, streaming, competing, you will find success and you will find where you need to sit and be overall. So don't get discouraged. They should be literally starting here in just a moment, and don't worry, we're going to turn off the music whenever it does begin so we can kind of shoutcast everything that's going on. It is very early in the morning for me. It's currently 4:22 Eastern Standard Time. I know in the Pacifics right now it is 1:22, and obviously in different parts of the world, especially in Asia, probably more in the afternoon. I appreciate all of you guys for coming in, joining in, and yeah, I appreciate it. All right, let's get started. Let me just turn off the music, hop back in, and we'll be good to go. So what's going to happen here at the very start? Obviously, I'm connecting from a different region of the world, so just be quick FYI reminder, there may be a little lag at the start, but it evens out, and we are good to go. So what you're going to see overall happen here in the main screen. Everyone's picking their legends, and while they're all picking their legends, we're just kind of stuck on a static screen, which is okay. This is normal. This is expected. Just for those that are watching, this is game 1 of ALGS APAC North. So interesting thing that what we're going to have to do is we need to see where everyone lands. If there's a 50-50 right off the rip, I'm going to do my best to try to catch all the action. I'm not going to switch around too much. Once we kind of shape the story and the narrative of where we're going to go, I want to make sure that we capture that action. You can always kind of predict where things are happening in a BR overall. I know sometimes it may feel a little unpredictable, but we'll talk about and we'll give guidance. And this is a really great showcase as you're playing ranked or pubs even, as you can start to predict an enemy. And if you can't predict them, then perhaps maybe they're not playing the way they should. So it's going to be very, very exciting as we kind of see how everything plays out. So let's take a look at the overall team compositions. It looks like we have quite a bit of Horizons in play. Already see 4 Horizons, a lot of Crypto, a lot of Caustic, no Watsons, no Pathfinders. Now let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. We're currently looking at... Looks like they're landing sorting. I'm going to try to keep a close eye on where everyone goes here. So it looks like Crazy Raccoon is landing sorting. Actually, they're landing... they're kind of taking a split. Landing on sorting side, trying to keep a close eye on where things are going. FK Korea was getting 50-50 last tournament quite a bit at the start here, so I'm going to follow and make sure that they're not going to get 50-50 right off the rip here. It's potential that we're going to see a lot going on, a lot of exciting stuff, and it looks like we have some new functionality, honestly, as shoutcasting, that I'm able to click and see what teams are doing what. So FK is obviously taking Fragment. We got some action from HE Arise, also in Fragment. We don't have any 50-50s right off the rip, and remember, we're going to have just a little bit of lag here at the start. Looks like we already got a little bit of action. Got some early shots from a Bloodhound, just taking a little peek. The biggest thing whenever you're landing is that you want to get as much loot as humanly possible. We do have quite a few teams overall in this vicinity, so they have to be mindful and be careful. Detonator obviously very close by, and don't worry, there's just a little bit of lag. It's mostly because I'm shoutcasting from a different region of the world. He does get scanned backs, kind of assert that dominance, and it looks like we're going to have an early fight here already versus Detonator and HE, so we'll take a look at this overall fight. So it looks like the Gibraltar's a little further behind, has a Mastiff, which is good. Let's switch right back to the action. Let's see what's going on here. So obviously he's trying to get as much loot as he possibly can just to prep for the fight. Switches the Havoc for the Volt, which is a good choice, especially early on in encounters and fights. The reason why is that the Volt just doesn't have the ramp-up time, and it's like a strong R99, which is definitely better for encounters. So don't worry, the lag will subside in just a hot second. So that's just mostly on my end, mostly because I'm connecting from a different part of the world. As you can tell, it's already evened out, and we are good to go. So it looks like they decided to kind of just halt here, which is not good, because then you have FK also within the general vicinity. If they hear a lot of knocks going on, a lot of action, the fight goes on for too long, that's not good. You don't want to be in this situation for too long, because one, you're getting scuffed on loot. I guarantee they don't have the heals, and they need to rotate out. They have obviously a Watson, which is good to have in play. So we switch to Detonator. They have a Horizon, so they're able to maintain the height pretty strong. That's good. That's good for them. That's good to have the Horizon. So they have the Horizon, they have the Wraith. The Wraith could potentially port them out and get them to a different area overall. But if they stay here too long, that's not going to look too hot. So far, a lot of teams are not engaging from what we can see other parts of the map, so we're not too worried. At least we know where 3 of the teams are currently, and we're about to see some of the action take place here. If there is another fight that breaks out and I see a knock, I'll do my best to switch over to it, and we'll try to keep hot on the action overall. So overall, pretty exciting. I'm actually pretty pumped. Some of the tools I'm already getting in terms of the to be able to shoutcast is definitely going to be a lot easier as well. So what we're seeing, if you're just tuning in, is we're seeing ALGS APAC North for Apex Legends. This is an official tournament on a 5-minute delay, just as a reminder. Just competitive integrity is very important. We don't see these teams fighting yet. Now, they're not scared. The issue is that if they engage into a fight that takes too long, the biggest problem that occurs here is a third party. And look at all the teams that are already rotating. They know they have zone. They know that this is not worth taking the fight unless they can secure a crack. So if you're new to Apex Legends, something that's very important is making sure that you can secure the overall kill before you push in. All right, looks like they're already kind of making a little bit of a peek. The Horizon already taking different angles, waiting for an opportunity. I'm keeping it on the Horizon because she's going to be the one that's going to entry frag. The entry frags currently are mostly the Horizon the Wraith of most of the comps, unless you see a crypto within the team or anything like that. And we'll take a look at compositions and we'll talk about those as we continue to see things shape up. A lot of teams are very respectful. We see a potential fight happening in Geyser. This is getting really, really tight here. We already see some shots already happening pretty early on here. And it looks like we're just going to hold for now. I'm going to switch right back. Teams, all they're doing is rotating and taking their positioning. They took some shots, and we're seeing a lot of teams playing very respectfully early on today, which is very understandable. Everyone's just trying to feel out the lobby, trying to figure out what's going to happen. So Sun Sisters has a pretty good spot, and if they've already scanned the beacon, which they haven't on their end, they're probably guessing that this is going to pull Geyser, considering everyone is already pulling this overall angle. Looks like Detonator, looks like they got a knock early on. They try to rotate out. Let's hold on the Gibraltar and see if he's going to be able to clutch it up with a Mastiff here. He's trying to rotate out and goes for a bat. Once he gets his bat off, he knows he has to get into position. He's going to keep wide peeking it. He can't stay for very long because the Arc Star went out. They do have one down, but this is still a scary situation considering they do have a Mastiff in play. Gets a strong knock. Now we got pretty much a 2v1 situation, but it is a Gibraltar with a larger health pool. We'll see if he can clutch it out. Gets a strong damage. Unfortunately, gets knocked. He got the good strong damage initially. Let's switch to Crazy Raccoon because they're in a pretty strong gunfight already where they're at. So there's a lot already on the line here. It looks like they rotated out and they used their port, and they're probably going to get right back into the fight when they get a shot. Looks like Detonator's already getting third-partied as well, and it looks like a lot of fights are already happening. Looks like he takes the port back, potentially. Looks like he's going to Horizon on out. This is an interesting comp because they're not running Caustic. And if they're not running Caustic, it means that they have to play Edge, which means they want to get into the fights. They don't want to be in the center because they can't hold off teams the way they need to. So that's very, very important to note. So this team here, obviously, they have the Crypto. USG is doing quite well holding their spot. They don't have a Caustic, which is okay. I'm glad not to see as many Caustics in play because it's going to provide a lot more utility in comps. But as teams start to play a lot more passive, they're going to start to feel a lot more nervous about where and when they should be playing. So it's interesting. We're seeing in APAC North a lot of Cryptos. A lot of Cryptos are in play. So Detonator, I know we were talking about them earlier. We are unfortunate to capture the third party because a lot of fights were happening within Geyser. Things are going to calm down a little bit more here overall. And the reason why they're going to calm down is because everyone is getting situated. Everyone's getting the positioning. This is a rough position for the Horizon to be in overall because she can't really hunker down. I mean, she's gonna have to edge it, and she's gonna have to find her way. Oh, it looks like we have potential fight breaking out with USG. We'll take a hot action from the Crypto. Gets a nice R301 spray. Only 31 damage, unfortunately, there. Thought it was a nice spray. Looks like he missed a couple of the entry-level shots there, but not too bad. Let's switch over to the Gibraltar as he may bubble push. So it looks like he's holding, just selling back up. Let's switch over to the Wraith to see if she's going to entry-level frag here. Make the opening for the team, and she probably won't be able to. To be honest, if you're rotating in, they may not have the resources to really make a big play here. So far, a lot of teams are playing very respectfully. We're going to have to keep an eye on the teams that are rotating late. It is going to be a Geyser ending overall. So teams are going to play it safe. They're going to wait for the opening. And it looks like with a lot of Cryptos, they're going to be able to farm that damage. So we're going to see a lot of Crypto bombs start, and there they go. They start popping off. And the reason why you're going to see a lot of Crypto bombs is that they're not using it to push. They're using it to farm the damage. So it's important that they're already going to farm the damage to maintain it, because if they don't, I mean, well then, what are you doing with the Crypto ult? They know that it's going to come back up for rotation again, and so it looks like all the teams are just kind of hanging tight, waiting. We're going to be playing with our little kunai knives a little bit, just kind of relaxing. That's perfectly fine by me, because otherwise, you know, we got quite a few matches here. This is only match 1 out of 6, and we got a long night ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. So already got a few Crypto drone. He's gonna, I guarantee he's probably gonna ult it. I don't know if his ult is actually up. I didn't get to see his HUD overall, but he's got the Eye in Sky. Perfect for shoutcasting, to be honest. I get to have a little bird's eye view. He's taking a look at how many teams are in the area. He's just assessing. No team realistically is going to make a push. What they're going to wait for is a zone to push a team out to secure the overall kills and damage. The reason why, as we all infamously know, is all of the third parties that are going to occur. That's the biggest thing. So if you're just tuning in, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Every little bit helps people find and locate the stream. Looks like we got some shots already taking place from a team trying to rotate. They're making a pretty big play here. The Wraith does get caught out. I'm not really sure what the biggest thought process was, unless they wanted to secure a building. But unfortunately, now they've lost their rotation. GTS Black is in a really rough spot here. They do have a Caustic to kind of hold an area. Pretty smart, putting down the Caustic barrels to find some positioning. But now they're literally stuck here right in the open. They do have a little bit of cover. So the Crypto's going to go for the banner. I don't really think that they're going to be able to res. I mean, technically, I guess he could go for the res on the far end, and the Wraith can just kind of have some fun there in the corner. But as you can see, this is everyone's playing a little bit of chess right now. Everyone's trying to see how comfortable they can be, and let's see how far. I don't even know if his drone can actually reach it. To be honest, to get the overall res, that'd be kind of a fun kind of way to kind of see how things go. So overall, we're seeing teams waiting, and we're gonna take a look at this angle right here. So it looks like FK is holding the bunker, and it looks like we already see some shots taking place over here. Let's take a look at this action. Sun Sisters already taking some action. Long-range shots. They got a Sentinel, a flatline, got a gold magazine, which is nice to have on the Sentinel considering the long reload time. Nice 70 damage, blue armor. Could make a go of it if they wanted to. They do have a Wraith. They do have a port. So if they do get a crack, there's some potential there. But they don't... Oh, it's got some action over here in the sorting factory. They got their Sisters in Arms here. Got F. Fennel hanging tight, holding the angle. I've got a lot of teams picking right now. Let's take a look to see if they're going to be able to get some early damage here. And no, they're most likely going to rotate and take a soft angle, which is pretty smart. They're trying to just assess the situation. That's what everyone's doing in the lobby right now. That's what I would be doing specifically, and that's what everyone should be doing, is trying to assess where they can find an opening. I don't think Sun Sisters is fully aware that they're kind of isolated, so if they were to make a play, they definitely can do so. It's probably why they're trying to do so much picking as they can. My guess is this is going to pull heavy towards Geyser, either north or around the tunnel side. So we'll kind of see if that actually shapes up. We got 51 players in play, 18 squads remaining, and we're just holding tight as the zone closes. This is where the action is going to take place. We're going to hang tight and kind of see where things happen. North option. Let's see how North does here. North hears him right down below. But with a lot of Caustics in play, that does make things feel a lot more nervous. Let's take a look at the Caustics POV. Because most likely, with all the gas going out, he's going to be the one to make an initial play. We hear the Crypto out. He's trying to get the drone, making sure that they don't create an opening, and the drone is out. So that kind of takes out their level of play, creating an opening. We'll try to take a look. They're just going to hang tight. They're going to hang tight. Let's take a look at the action here. Everyone is just peeking, poking, and what's ultimately going to come with everyone rotating is that this is going to come down to zone. If nobody is making any plays, nobody's making any initial cracks, this is all going to come down to the zone, pushing a team out, and how they're going to make their overall positioning. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is on a 5-minute delay. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying any of the shoutcasting. I'm a one-man show. I am covering everything on my end. Actually, you know, this is crazy. This did not pull towards Geyser or anywhere that I thought. This team is hard holding the angle here. It looks like they got the nice 30-30. Nice to see it already in tournament play. Has a lot of ammo. He's got an EVA 8. Good weapon combo there. Got an action for close range and for long range. And we'll see how he holds it. These teams right here are going to have the hardest time. This either team's going to have to come from the north side here and fight, or this team's going to have to push right in. Let's take a look to see how they're going to handle it. So Landmark knows that they have to make a play. Oh, we're seeing some action here. Did they breach the building? Did they decide to go in? Potentially. Let's take a look. And no, they did not decide to. Just wanted to make sure. We see some shots. People are taking a little peek. So I want to make sure we're not going to miss any of that action. Where I'm going to guess where the action is going to take place. Oh, they've got a lot of fighting already going on over here. There's the Crypto ult, like I was mentioning, that they were waiting for from earlier. They took out their drone. And now they got the initial damage, but there's so much gas that they're unsure if they're going to be able to make a play off of it. Nice solid damage. The gas has dissipated, which means it's clear for entry. 104 damage. That's scary to push at that point. Is he gonna back off a little bit, try to go for a bat? Not a good enough. The Crypto decides to run, tries to bunny hop his way to success, hits by the gas, and that's it. Nice, good cleanup on that team's part, but there is another team in the building, and I wonder if they're fully aware of where they're at. Got the Horizon ult. Nice solid knock. crazy damage. 100 in, finishes them up. Now we got a 2v1 situation. 1v1. Nice solid tracking with the Spitfire, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately gets third partied, and that's it for them. Let's see what team came out ahead. It was Way. I'll adjust the volume just a little bit. Lots of shots happening there. A lot of third parties, and that is honestly what the fear is. Once the chaos begins and the chaos happens, it doesn't stop. So let's take a look at the teams as the zone closes. As I was mentioning, Landmark had to make a play. Unfortunately, they already have one down. This may be it for them unless they can find some positioning. They're going to be hard held out. Let's take a look if they can get some solid sprays here. The Crypto's going to put out his drone. He's got the eye in the sky, and he's probably going to go for a Crypto drone ult just to get for some picks or for some damage early on here. Nice 36 damage with a charge rifle from Charge Rifle Charlie. He gets a scan out, trying to figure out where they're at. Nice eye in the sky, by the way. He placed it real high up so you can see both angles. He recalled his drone, and now he's going to go for the play. They need to knock this team out pretty quick. And there goes the initial damage. Very nice. They got them clutched out here. This is hard holding. A team on the right. They got a crack, but they can't go in for the overall kills here. 60 damage. They got them flush. They can't get too greedy. Another Arc Star out. The team is overall on the right, and they know if they stay here too long, they're going to be late on the rotation. And you don't want to be late on the rotation for this, because keep in mind, look where zone is, and look how many teams are going to have to push through. So Cog Ace is in a rough spot, and not to mention, I can't believe Landmark is still in this. They did get one knock. They're holding on for dear life, constantly rotating, trying not to get picked on. And unfortunately, they do. He's probably going to go for the next res. This is a rough situation for them to be in. He's going to cover the nade, takes the damage, gets knocked, go for the swap potentially here. Look at the poor Caustic. Oh, and there they are. And there they go. So this team realizes now that they got their kill points, whatever they were able to manage to clean up, they know that they need to rotate into the zone. Let's take a look at this team. This team is definitely FK in a really rough spot here. We'll just hold to see if they manage to get the res and clutch us out. They're inside the building. They have very little space to really optimize their positioning. All they're trying to do is just hold on for dear life. Fortunately, they get knocked from a distance. The Wraith, all she can do is just duck and weave, and she can wait here for the best positioning possible. She's actually in a great rat spot right now. Unless she gets picked up by the scan, but realistically, the only team that's going to be able to catch her out is a team up north above her. They probably reignite, has no idea that she's potentially down there. And they're going to have to make a push in. This is about to get really chaotic. We're probably going to miss some of the fights. Let's take a look at Sun Sisters as they're going to gate this team. We're going to hard hold here. We're not going to switch from the action. I want to see how they manage to clutch this out. So we see there was a Kraber shot that went into play. Unfortunately, we missed that shot. We're going to keep an eye on this team, though, because I know they have to hard gate them, and this have to be an inevitable moment for them where they have to fight. So they can't take too much damage. There's the Caustic ult to make the rotation a lot harder. Early Arc Star out. Caustic Barrel. Throws the Horizon ult so he can't peek anymore. Finishes it off. And he gasses up. They need to clutch this out fairly quickly. And he got caught with the wrong weapon in the wrong moment. That's not the situation you want to be in. At least they have the PK and they do clean it up. Nice recovery on that part. Definitely nerve-wracking. We'll switch over to the action here. Let's see his teams decide to fight. We got Crazy Raccoon. He's got height. Very good positioning. Oh my gosh. We need to capture that Kraber for much longer. Let's take a look at the Kraber in play. I've already missed 2 shots. I apologize about that. Let's see, because they have the highest location. Let's see how he clutches this out with the Kraber and see if he can get some good positioning and manages to get this out. He actually got rid of the Kraber. Must have ran out of shots, but he's got himself an R99 and a Mastiff. This is Team Egg. Team Egg has a pretty rough position to kind of rotate into here. So you re-ping the Kraber. I guess maybe you thought I was a duplicate. It's like, hey, just a reminder, buddy, if you want to get another clean shot, by all means. Strong R99 shots. Can't talk. R99. Very difficult gun to say, apparently. So they have a few seconds. They got to rotate. This is going to be a hard angle for them. So Team Egg has quite a few kills under their belt, which is why I'm keeping an eye on them. I didn't want to miss any more shots. Looks like he's going to go for the port in. They luckily have a nice angle here. This is a nice sweet spot for them to really be in. They took the port back, so they're probably going to wait last second, make sure they don't get rotated on by the team down below, which is smart. Just want to make sure you clear all your angles, make sure there's no rats, make sure you pick up any loot that you got, and they're going to go right back. So keep an eye on them. This is about to get really tight, as you can tell. Going to get really uncomfortable. There is a team right next to them, so that's why I'm keeping an eye on them overall. I'm not going to pull up the map anymore. They do have one down. He needs to be careful. The zone does hurt. And there goes the Q. And he's going to take his port to go right into position. Doesn't even take a tick of damage. Very good timing on his part. That's fantastic to see. So he looks like they got height here, which is a really good spot to be in. Got to be careful about taking too much zone damage. And we'll switch over to the POV because there's a lot of action happening in the building itself. They're hard holding the building. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to catch every bit of action that's taking place, mostly because now the chaos has ensued. He's got a G7 picking on people. They do know that their building is contested in here, but they're just hard holding and making sure that the stairs are protected. So we're about to wrap up game 1 here in just a hot second. Let's switch back. Looks like they're already in a fight. Clean massive shots. And nice cleanup. They get the res. He's got a gold bag. And 6 kills. Let's keep an eye on this team, ladies and gentlemen. They are doing quite nice here. Kill leader, 6 kills. Can they keep up this momentum? Already 36 damage in. Got some solid grenades out. The positioning is looking pretty positive for their team. Gets a solid med kit out. All they're doing is recovering and repositioning and topping off. The zone closed in 33 seconds. We'll keep just an eye on them, make sure that we're keeping hot in the action. As this team is kill leader, I wonder if they're going to be able to keep up the momentum. Drops down the Gibby bubble. There's the caustic gas. Gets the chaos ensues with the massive shots. Solid damage. 2 cracks. Everyone's flesh. Nice cleanup. And they still have the gold bag, and they're going to be able to recover this quite nicely. They got 8 seconds to get the res. 9 kills, ladies and gentlemen. This is in this lobby. Team Egg is on fire, starting off the overall round. Med kit going off, just going to recover, take their time, just breathe. We got 23 people spectating this man. I think I happen to know this player, just FYI. I happen to have a little history if it's the person who I think it is, which is interesting to see him playing at this level. I believe his history actually takes place on Battlefield, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look. It's pretty exciting to see the crossover from different FPS games and having them here within the Apex community. Looks like they have a nice positioning here overall. I'm just going to keep the camera here. They're frying. It's making my life easy. I love seeing the action. They have height. They see bird's eye view of everything. We got all the Gibraltar bubbles out. Gibraltar drops. Probably not the best play. He's got to recover. He's got to bat. They got to play patiently. Don't screw this up. So take a drink of water. Nice crypto ult that's going to freeze all the bubbles. All of them are gone. They still have height. Nice cleanup. Go for the swaps. And now they got to just wait. Play patiently. You got 2 teams. 11 kills in already. It's making my life easy. I love it. I love it whenever teams are taking height. They got bird's eye view. They're shoutcasting for me. I love it. So they're hard holding. They got the scan. They know where the teams are at. They're going to have to throw their bubble here in a moment. There's the first crypto ult out. And he rotates over. Oh, and they're getting caught in position. This will be an upset if they don't clutch us out. Nice solid damage. Solid win. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I regret casting overall on that was the fact that I missed the 2 Kraber shots. Good Lord. That was nice to see. That was amazing. I really enjoyed watching that. It was a lot of fun, honestly. So, wow. Okay. All right. First round is already done of the day. That's game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into game 2 in just a hot second. Match 2 will soon be underway. Great first round. Honestly, an amazing first round. An amazing standout performance from Team Egg. My gosh. Thank you guys so much for all watching. Don't forget to leave a like. Seriously, if you're just hanging out, leaving 1 like actually helps the stream immensely. In terms of what we're doing in terms of overall shoutcasting and everything. While we're in between rounds, I'm going to hop into the server. All of you guys need water. Remember to hydrate. Hydration is important. I am shoutcasting solo. I'm driving the camera. I'm doing everything by myself. I'm a one-man show. So if you're enjoying what we're doing, it is now 4:47 in the morning. Appreciate all of you guys for watching, hanging out, and being part of overall the stream. In just a moment, they're going to launch up the second round. As you can tell, Team Egg definitely holds a very strong lead. So very exciting to see. This was an amazing first game. I very happy to see the diversity. We didn't just see Caustic only. There was a lot of Caustic in play, but it was pretty cool to obviously see some of the diversity. We saw a lot of Horizons. We saw a lot of Cryptos. Crypto is definitely making a massive play overall. We didn't see any Octane, unfortunately. No Octane, which is okay. It's okay that we're not going to see a whole lot of him. Maybe teams will start to switch to him potentially in future tournaments as they figure out his potential, but we're seeing a lot of Crypto, a lot of Gibraltar, a lot of Caustic, a lot of Horizon if I didn't mention her. Of course, Bloodhound. Bloodhound's obviously a very big favorite overall. Again, already a great start for the night. I just need to grab myself a little bit more water here in just a moment. So once I go in, I am just going to step away for about 30 seconds. I just need to fill up my water because I'm already out, which means that we're going to have to take a little bathroom break as well. Team Egg, right? I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody in chat for all of you guys being here. We got Smurf. We got Nick Hill. We got Vincent. We have Oscar. Thank you so much for being here. Fate. Kachana. Helmi. Vincent. Mobile Games. All of you guys. Even if you're not typing in chat, hey, leaving a like helps support the channel, helps support the stream. Hi, my name is Bob. I've seen you, by the way, comment on my prior videos. I appreciate that. So on the channel here, we cover APAC North. I'm going to be covering the next 3. Already guaranteed, already confirmed that I'm going to be covering it. So know that I'm going to be here. Oh, I will actually change that top right block and the number of squads ×4. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and remove that from the stream so then you guys can see overall that it is not in the way. I don't want to block any important information on screen. That's important. I appreciate you guys' feedback. I don't want to do things that are not to your liking. So again, I read chat and I take feedback. So we'll follow those teams. I'm going to follow Team Egg to see where they're landing. We know that FK is landing as well as Detonator in Fragment. So again, everyone is really Street Marshal. I appreciate you, by the way. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. Or if you're a she, appreciate you. Top right is blocking. I've definitely already made that adjustment. So thank you so much. I already moved it. So don't worry. So there's a 5-minute delay. Yep. Bro, stop with the COD jokes. Who's making COD jokes? I don't have COD jokes. Do you have COD jokes? Yes, this game is live. It is live. It is a 5-minute delay. Let me in your house. I don't know if I should let you in my house. It's kind of blocking some things. Yep, I made the adjustment. I've already made the adjustment. So I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Already taking the feedback. Sorry for that was blocking on the screen. I know I had it in the prior tournament. I appreciate all of you guys. Again, I caught it as fast as possible. And I made the adjustment, make sure it's not blocking. One-man show, one-man production. I'll make changes in between best I can. So I appreciate you guys for being patient with me. Let me go grab some water real quick. Because I'm by myself. It is 4:51 in the morning. My fiance is asleep. I'm just here. I think it is Misfire. By the way, I think they were in Nova Gaming. I'm almost positive. It could be the same person. I'm not 100% sure. I'll need to double check. Just give me a quick moment. Let's all grab some water. Let's all relax. Let's all come back. And then before we know it, we'll be right back in the round. Let me go grab some water. Thank you so much for being patient and for joining me so far. All right. So I did move it. Again, I caught up with chat. Remember, 5-minute delay. So obviously I'm back. I wasn't back a minute ago. And I did move it, so I apologize for that. But appreciate you guys for being patient and everything. But I'm back. Again, he even has some on the channel. Yeah, he actually did. If it's the same person I'm thinking of. So now we're in game 2. And I did move the logo. So I apologize for that. It's moved. I'm seriously, I do apologize for that. And it is moved. I appreciate the fact that all of you guys are just so excited about being here, and the fact that we're able to cast this live. So, why have you chosen World's Edge? This is actually selected by Apex themselves. This is an official tournament. We definitely have moved it. Don't worry. Let me type that in chat. Let's see. All right. Okay. Typing a chat. All right. So I caught up. There we go. Took me a second. My chat was kind of going crazy. Hey, thank you guys all so much for being here. Wasn't ALGS earlier today? This is actually APAC North. Yeah, but remember, a 5-minute delay. It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone, I promise. I typed it in the chat. I was trying to respond to everybody. Thank you guys so much for just being a part of the channel and hanging out. Really, really means a lot. Remember, a one-man show. I take feedback. I'll engage with you guys. We'll follow the right teams. We'll make sure that we're catching all the action best we can. Remember, there's a lot happening, a lot going on in a BR. Sometimes, it can be a little difficult because a lot can happen all at once. Hard cloth or hard mouse pad? So that's an interesting question. I guess the answer would be just cloth, honestly. Does the guy Team Egg have a YouTube or Twitch? Potentially. I'm not sure if he's still uploading to it. The question, what kind of tournament is this? If you're just tuning in, this is ALGS, Apex Legends Global Series, meaning across the world we're going to see a lot of competitors. So we have North America, we have Europe, we have APAC North, APAC South. The stream that you're tuning into is official. This is APAC North. So if you're not aware of a lot of these teams, that's perfectly okay because they're in a different part of the world. And if you are, and you're watching, let's say, from your region of the world, thank you so much for tuning in. It is currently 4:56 in the morning, and know that I appreciate the fact that you guys are watching, and I'm really actually excited to be really casting this. Don't forget, there's a lot of you guys already in chat, and that means the absolute world for you guys being here, so don't forget to leave a like. Leaving a like definitely helps support. If you guys have feedback, I'm going to follow as best as humanly possible of who you guys want to follow, want to watch. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on Team Egg. My gosh, they definitely overperformed there, which was amazing to see. Obviously, we saw FK run into a really rough situation last game where they got third-partied and they got kind of out of position. We're going to see, curious if Team Egg can keep up this momentum. We got 6 games today. This is game 2 of 6. So we still have 5 more games for today. We got quite a bit underway. I'm going to do my best to make sure that we are keeping close on the action. We'll follow the story. I'm going to follow where Team Egg is landing. I'll try not to miss the fight that will happen in Fragment, because it looks like that's where the initial fight is happening. Doesn't look like a lot of teams are 50-50 right off the rip, which is fine, which means that it's a little quiet at the start overall of the round. Don't forget, when we're in between overall, don't forget to get up, stretch your legs. We're in for a really long night and a very long stream, so if you're just watching and tuning in. Again, this is APAC North, Apex Legends Global Series. This is an official tournament. It is live. We're on a 5-minute delay. The reason why we're on a 5-minute delay is because literally these competitors could come to the stream and watch, and then, you know, here that's where we would be, you know? All right. Let's do this. Why have you chosen World's Edge as the map of this tournament? I did not pick the region of the map. That's actually chosen by Apex themselves. Okay. Let's get into this. Let me pause the music. So what happens at the beginning of the round? Please remember. Are you a boxing fan? Those are actually Pathfinder's gloves, believe it or not. Those are Pathfinder's gloves. Not then. This is actually a Apex Legends box. So shout out to Apex for sending me such an awesome care package. I appreciate it. I have another one actually for Season 8. I just need to find a place to put it. All right. So what we're seeing at the start here, let's take a look at the overall comps that we had prior. It's a good discussion point. We see a lot of Horizons. We have only one Pathfinder team at play. There are no Watsons. There was an Octane. FK was running Octane. That's amazing to see. I wonder if they're going to keep that up. I don't know how I missed that. I apologize, unless they're going to change it up for this next one. So yes, last breath, I am a caster for APAC North. So let's figure out where Team Egg land, because last round they absolutely decimated the lobby. Very exciting to see. So it looks like they are landing Thermal Station. I don't think they're contested. It looks like they have it for free, seeing all the teams land at opposite angles. Oh, they're not. They're actually taking the angle. Are they splitting Thermal Station? Wow, that's pretty smart of them. So they have so much dominance over Thermal Station overall that they're able to just maintain this whole area. So pretty smart on their part. They literally hold this whole side of the map, which is a lot of loot. Now the downside of this, they lucked out where the circle was here. But the downside is if the circle pulls towards the north side, that's going to be a little rough for them overall. So we'll keep a close eye. But they have a lot of loot overall. And the reason why he flew... Nice little ping-ponging back and forth. Just so you're aware, they did move some of the stuff here. If you're unaware of some of the changes that happened in the World's Edge season, with some of the later seasons, obviously the placement of things have kind of moved around for those that are maybe not up to snuff with everything. And yes, less breath, I am. I appreciate you guys watching. For those that are watching, this is Apex Legends Global Series. We are actually controlling spectator. This is not just watching somebody else's stream. I'm controlling the camera, shoutcasting it, doing everything. Kind of a one-man production angle here. Looks like we already have a fight already happening again. We got Rise and Detonator. Remember, I do get a little lag at the start of the stream, so I apologize for that. Oh, let's go back to the Bloodhound. Let's see if he's going to get the flank. Solid crack. Has a 30-30, trying to no-scope it. Just not enough, unfortunately. Nice solid damage, trying to smack him with his heirloom. Solid damage from the Wraith. Remember, the lag does clear up. I apologize. It only happens for the first 2 minutes. Just because of the region of the world I'm at, it takes a second for me to kind of settle in. Nice recovery. And Detonator is already out. And they're getting third-partied, which I mentioned would happen. This Wraith is just trying to get away. Very unfortunate considering you have 3 kills already and you're just running for your dear life. How many teams are low? Oh, they're just doing the mop-up. That's fine. I totally thought from the shotgun there's a whole different team. They're going to drop on him. He doesn't have the ammo for this. Good try. Good effort. Did get all 3 kills, but unfortunately, this is why they were playing so patiently before. Is that FK was there for the cleanup. We talked about that last round. We talked about it, we mentioned it, and it happened. We knew that was going to happen. Let's take a look at Team Egg and see how they're doing, because they were the stars of the show last round. And we'll keep an eye as teams kind of take overall first place, and I'll put a Google Doc later as the scores are updated when we're in between, when I'm not running around for water, and we'll talk about it. We know that Team Egg is obviously taking the lead, so we'll keep an eye overall because they're in first overall with the tournament. Can I say overall again? Overall. So this looks like this is very good for Team Egg considering where they're at in position. Let's see what other team. Reignite has a really good position overall here. Overall. And we'll see how they decide to position out. Are they going to engage with Team Egg this early? That would be interesting. They are pretty close, though. So all the teams are just going to... What they're going to do right now is just they're all going to rotate. They're all going to find their positioning. Most fights are not going to break out right now. We already have 3 teams that are already out. Unfortunately, we might have missed one of them early on just because the action is taking place. That's just the reality of a BR. We're not going to be able to capture every single fight, but I will do my best to predict what is happening and what's going on. And we'll take a look at the key stars. We do have a lot of teams rotating in. Might have a fight break out here. They are unaware. SG is unaware of the team that is showing up right behind them. Of course, we'll keep an eye on T1 as they're how they're doing. Let's take a look at T1 now, actually. So they're in Lava Fissure. They're already pinging a lot of stuff that's already happening. They're in a pretty good situation. They have gold and 2 blues. It's not bad. They can farm that armor up, and they already have a gold helmet. That's good to see. We don't have anybody doing trials, per se. Maybe they did trials. I had to take a look. There was a team prior with APAC North that was very much enjoying taking trials. Oh, looks like, as we mentioned, Team Egg is already getting to a fight here. Taking some shots from a distance. We mentioned this. We'll see if they actually engage on it. They were pretty hot last round, so when you have that fire already underneath you, I can tell you that you'll already feel the momentum. They already got 45 damage in. It looks like he's really utilizing that anvil receiver, so that's pretty epic to see. Keep an eye, make sure we're not missing any fights. Looks like we've got a team already rolling up. SG and a crypto ult already happening. So crypto ult, 2 crypto ults already went out. We'll have to hold tight and make sure that we're not missing any of the action. They're probably going to hard hold their building. Let's take a look at this angle. They did take some shots. Jupiter Vega is probably backing out of this encounter. Oh, it looks like we got a landmarks already in a fight. We'll do our best not to miss any of the action. Let's hold here. Looks like they already got a crack, so they may engage and they may fight on this. They get the scan out just to make sure they got the positioning. Everyone is just trying to fight for their spot. Nobody wants to hard commit quite yet, and the reason why is they're trying to avoid the dreaded third party. We all hate it. We hate it in ranked. We hate it in pubs. Don't worry, in competitive, it's just as much as something that everyone fears. Everyone's just kind of taking their angles. We do have a team that is far out, rotating. We got Way just taking their time looting. They're a little worried for some reason. I'm not sure why they're so stagnant waiting. Let's go right back to the action, though. Looks like a crypto ult did happen. They're kind of bunkered into the building. They're resetting. They got their little caustic barrels already out. They're hard holding the building overall, and they're not going to be budging from this spot. Looks like he's running 2 heavy, which ideally you don't want to do unless you got a lot of heavy. He's got 258, which is not a bad position to be in, but the problem is that if you're all sharing heavy, it can be a hard situation in terms of ammo count. So they're probably not going to engage in this. We already have a team rotating a little late here, doing a little bit of early damage. Let's switch over to the Wraitha. She's entry fragging. Solid R99 spray. It looks like I missed a little bit of the damage there, so apologize. A hard hold while she takes her Phoenix kit because she's going to be the one pushing into this overall fight. When she gets done with her Phoenix, she's going to try to look for an overall opening. Another crypto ult just went out. Remember, the crypto ults are going to be there for mostly the damage and try to find an opening. So they're going to keep pushing the crypto ults to kind of put some pressure. And I guarantee he's probably going to do it too. He's just getting birds in the eye view. We'll use this as to help us cast and see where things are going. And there's the crypto ult. Hits a lot of teams. That's a lot of damage. Good farm on his part. Nice damage. So everyone is just kind of taking... Let's take a look at Team Egg. Team Egg is still hard holding in their building. They haven't moved since we last looked at them. Okay, let's take a look at where T1 is at, because that's a fan favorite, and they're also located within the building, just as we saw just a hot second, a moment ago. And they're just relaxing and waiting. So a whole lot's gonna happen until the zone closes, and we're gonna wait and see what shots are taking place. We do have some shots of the 30-30 from Sun Sisters, just making sure they hold their dominance. They're here, they're present. And then we have the calm before the storm. Gonna be quite quiet on the front. Literally, you can almost feel it in the server. You don't even hear any shots. Isn't that crazy? How many teams are around? You don't hear anything. You hear the occasional little bit. Everyone's just kind of relaxing. It's almost like nobody's competing. Nobody wants to kill each other. Just a nice, relaxing evening on Apex Legends. And then we have another crypto ult. Occasionally you just hear the horrifying crypto ult just happen out of nowhere. So that's wild. Wow, I've this is probably the quietest I have ever seen. The level of respect currently taking place in the lobby is unprecedented. Everyone is being so respectful. It's almost like we're playing on a Minecraft server and everyone's best friends. That's just crazy. My mind is actually blown at the level of respect that I'm seeing. When all these professional players are having this level of respect, I've yet to see how crazy this is. Usually you have a team just running around making a massive push on something, but I don't see it. I'm still mind blown at how this is happening. There's just a level of agreement. Everyone is shaking hands and saying, you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Is there still an Octane still in play? There's not an Octane in play. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss the Octane. Look at that drone. Everyone's on their Game Boys right now. Crypto's on Game Boy. You're on a Game Boy. I'm on a Game Boy. Everyone's just kind of hanging out. Everyone's just going to keep farming damage. I'm actually... This is crazy. I don't know if it's just me or you guys chat. I don't know how to stay calm in this situation. What is happening? I've never seen this in competitive before. I'm just going to stay quiet with them.
Enemy agent over there.
Okay, let's take a look at the crypto sees. Let's just enjoy it. As a commentator, this is the best thing that could ever happen to me. And for you guys in chat, the fact that I can just relax for a moment, that's wild. But we're seeing a huge level of respect. The zone is going to close, and we're going to see what happens. And all these guys have dropped their armors. They put them down on the ground. Of course, it's just kind of to avoid that crypto ult, essentially, even though it gets knocked down there. I don't know why, and I guarantee all the competitors are feeling it right now. Every second seems like it's taking forever, and trust me, everything is about to go crazy. Everything is about to go haywire, because soon people have no choice but to fight. And that's about to happen in a hot moment, especially with these teams. Oh, looks like we finally got his fight breaking out. FK already trying to get some strong shots. We're seeing the flatline as a favorite here. Some early little bit of damage. This is where most of the damage is going to be taking place. I promise I won't pull up the map again. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing any of the other fighting. If there was fighting, I know they're playing very respectfully. They're being very respectful. We're all respectful in this lobby. I'm respectful. Can we get hashtag respect in the chat? Alright, looks like we got some early damage. Looks like FK is like, I'm done with the silence of this lobby. This is not Silence of the Lambs. This is Apex Legends. I have no idea what that reference has anything to do. It just has the word silence. And actually, they're going to go to zone. They're going to hard gate them. This team has no choice but to fight them. So they do have the one-up in terms of overall armor in the situation. Now they're going to get into Sandwich City. It's looking like Subway here. They're asking each other if they want to get a footlong. Nobody wants the footlong. And it looks like FK is in a really rough situation. He's going to go for that mat. Doesn't have to worry too much. The zone is not hurting too hard. Just has to play it safe. Tries to be careful. Good recovery on FK's part. They didn't get greedy. If they got greedy, I guarantee the other team would have popped in, would have said hello. And it would not have been a positive. So they know that the team's overall on the angle over in the side there, and they're aware of them. They're aware of their presence. It's not Christmas over here, but they're aware of their presence. He's just taking it chill. You can see from Caustic, he's pretty chill as well. My puns right now are on point. They're taking their early shots here. Sun Sisters just hard holding the angle. They need to be careful, though. They have to be careful because they will be the center of attention. As you can tell, they've already got cracked. I guarantee they don't have the resources for this. They're over there burning through cells. One's on white, one's on purple, and one's on blue. Team Egg. Just being a happy little egg. Just chilling. Happy little eggs. Oh, it looks like we got a fight breaking out here. Looks like the Gibby's out. The Crypto's trying to find an angle, find a position, gets a nice crack. We're going to hard hold and see if he can clutch this out. He flicks right down to the down target. Probably not the best play to flick. Maybe too much Kovacs. And gets knocked. Let's take a look at Team Egg. Team Egg is getting breached. Crazy Raccoon decides to push on their building and says, where did Team Egg go? Where's the chickens? Where can I get some of the damage here? And looks like they just traded places. Or they breached the wrong building. So that's a miscast on my part. I apologize for that. I thought they were breaching their building. They weren't. Let's take a look at the action over there happening. As WC decides to make a port play. She holds it. She waits. She drops the port. And there's the action. 104 damage. Nice solid damage. We'll switch POVs. Caustic throws his ult. Gets knocked. And that's it for them. Sun Sisters now has a lot of free loot sitting outside their door. Let's take a look at the action again. Another fight breaking up by T1. T1 has gold armor. They haven't leveled up their blues. And now they have the angle here. There's going to be a lot of fights here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to be able to capture all of them. Let's take a look at Team Egg and T1 since they're more of the favorites. Nice 68 damage on the flatline. Why is the flatline so popular right now? I mean, flatline is great. I also like the skin. The blue skin looks very nice. I have to agree with that. So it looks like he's going to rotate in. He wants to get the nice caustic ult. Breathe it in. And there's a crypto ult to stop him. They have to leave. Nice Horizon Q. Wow, big brain plays. Gets him out of the sky, though. And there's a Spitfire. Never runs out of ammo. Never want to see that. They don't get greedy. They're going to reset, and they're going to hard hold their angle and be safe. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe. They're going to wait. They're going to play patiently. Don't get too greedy. And they're going to reset. Looks like there is they're just cleaning up the bodies here at the bottom. There's not really a big fight breaking out. I'm not missing it. Or they may actually breach the building. Are they breaching? Are they chasing? They're chasing the rat. The poor little rat running away. She hears them. It's like a horror film. She's like, oh, thank God. Somebody saved me with a triple take. Are we missing any fights? We're not missing any fights. Oh, there's actually a potential fight breaking out here. Looks like they have height. Teams are right now resetting. I want to make sure we're not missing anything, but I want to make sure we're also capturing the action. Triple take Terry. Getting some early shots. This is a nice combination. Triple take and Volt. One of my personal favorites. It's such an OP composition. Looking for the early cracks. Doesn't find one, unfortunately. Team Egg is still in play. And so is T1. Let's take a look at what T1's doing. Team Egg hasn't been getting as many kills, but their positioning has been good, so they're just looking for placement and playing it safe overall. The team that's placing in center is USG. USG is about to feel like a Subway sandwich in just a moment. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. They're going to feel very nervous when every team decides to collapse on them. They're going to have to pick which angle they need to hold and want to hold when everyone collapses in 41 seconds. So remember, this is ALGS, APAC North. Just as a reminder, for those that are asking where TSM, this is a different region of the world. Oh, there's a fight happening, breaking out right now with Cog. Solid Eva, 8 shots. Was not enough, though. He did miss his first shot, got a nice 68 right after, but it wasn't enough to go for the cleanup. T1 makes a nice play and is feeling very confident. They are getting a lot of kills, and it's nice to see them playing the crypto. We got a Caustic Crypto and Wraith in play. They do ping where the team is located. They have zone here. They need to watch out for the rotation. There's going to be a fight breaking out here at this angle with Fennel holding out Team Egg. Team Egg has an uphill battle. Let's see if they manage to get out of this. Where's Team Egg going to position? These were our stars. This was our first place from before. Is the pressure getting to them? Let's just take a look at Team Egg. Let's see how are they going to clutch this out. They're going to have to run right into Fennel. And honestly, I'm asking, are they just going to be able to edge this out? Are they just going to let them bypass for free? And the answer is yes. They're letting them bypass for free. There's a lot of nades coming out, but I don't think they're fully aware of their presence here. We see a lot of fighting. Let's just get into the chaos with Sun Sisters rezzing with the gold bag. Let's see if they manage to get this res off. They're right into the thick of everything. Nice solid res, and they have height over the team down below. There's a million nades going out. It's almost as if Fuse is in the lobby, but he's not. Sun Sisters holding off a different elevation here. Lots of shots. Let's take a look of how Wayward is doing. They get a Gibby Bubble out. There's a lot of fights happening all at once. So I'm trying to capture as much as humanly possible, making sure we don't miss too much. And let's switch over to FK. FK, honestly, is the one that's getting a lot of the fight. Let's just hard hold on FK. We'll wait here and see if they manage to clutch out a fight. Well, I know we're missing a fight over with T1. You know what? Let's just go capture over T1. Wow, we came in just in time. Let's just hold on T1 for the ending here. I know there's a lot happening. Nice 91 damage. Horizon goes up right into the air. He's going to fly out. Horizon's low. He needs one shot. Nice. Oh, it's just not enough. Wow. Unfortunate for T1. And it looks like he had a misfire there. So let's take a look back at this other team. North is getting into a fight here. Going for the bubble fight. Caustic gas is out. Lots of damage. Let's switch POV. Volt, a lot of damage going in. 91 damage. It's all cracked. And he clutches it out very nice and goes for the res. While they're recovering, let's take a look at GTS and how they're doing. Is Team Egg still in this? Team Egg is actually out. There's been so much chaos happening all at once. It's because of the level of respect that was happening from the lobby. Now we have Wayward, or Way, having to make their way, no pun intended, right in. So they're going to have to push into them. The Horizon plays there. There's the Caustic gas. They are screwed. There's no way that they're making it out of that. GTS goes for a solid cleanup. Breathe it in, and for sure. Now we only have 4 squads remaining. USG has the building. We have GTS, and then we have North with only 1 rat. So let's take a look. GTS has the power play. We have 2 rats overall. And I think they're probably think it's a full team over there. But they're trying to be careful. They're trying not to make too much of a mistake here, which is respectable. I respect it. USG taking a different angle. Let's take a look at the Wraith making a play here. Nice damage, 138 in, boom, done. Now we got a 2v2 situation, or 2 teams. 3v3. The rats are gone. There's no rats. We're not in New York City. No more rats. And they have the hard building, but the play is out in the open. So they decide to leave the building. They get an angle. Solid damage going out. And they're just going to reset. They drop the bats. Thank you so much for the heals. They drop the nades. Here's the utility. Here it is. And the other team is just letting them happen. USG, they're just waiting. They are waiting. This is going to be very curious to see how the scores shape up, considering Team Egg got knocked quite early there, overall with their placement. So right now we're looking at USG and Black holding the angle. Nice Arcstar. The Arcstar goes out early just to make sure to stop them on the rotation as they come in. Not sure how that does not kill the door. Must have been at the wrong angle at the wrong time, and now the zone is going to be closing. He should have his Arcstar out because he's going to have to leave the building. Looks like he left the building, so it's smart that he actually held out on the nade. Takes a little bit too much damage there at the start. He needs to get a bat off. He hesitated on the bat a little bit too long. There goes the ult, and he's out. The hesitation there is what got him killed. If he just batted right away, if he didn't peek it too hard, now all they're going to be doing is taking damage from all of the utility that they had. And there it is with USG taking game 2. Pretty good round. Not too bad. We're on round 2. I'm going to update this, and we're going to be going into game 3 for the day. Not half bad. We got to take a look overall on the scores. I'll wait for them to update. I'll post our own little Google Doc, and I'll share that in just a moment once things are updated. So we're seeing Crypto really making some interesting plays. So it's exciting to see. USG taking the lead, potentially. I know Team Egg had a really, really high score on the previous round, and we need to take a look at the breakdown and see, because Team Egg placed 9th, which means that they got some points, not a whole lot, but still, you know, some points is better than none, not getting knocked out right away. I know Detonator has had a really solid performance in prior tournaments, but currently It's not looking too hot for them. Getting contested early on just is not helping. Thank you guys so much for watching, supporting. Don't forget to leave a like. Every little bit helps support the channel. We'll keep an eye. I'm going to take a look to see where we'll have our scores updated, and I'll be sure to share those when I have them available. So don't forget to leave a like. I really appreciate all of you guys for just supporting and watching. Let me see if I have the scores in just a moment. I'm going to hop in to match 3. Let's see here. Don't forget in this moment as we go into match 3, don't forget to get yourself some water, relax. We still have 4 more games. I got myself some water. All right, so we're into the next one. This time I don't have to get up. Just make sure you stretch your legs, get up, walk around. I guarantee you the pros are doing it. I have to do it. Whenever I was competing in APAC North, I got up, stretched. You know, it's very, very important. Don't forget. Get that blood flowing. And I guarantee you all our competitors today are doing the same as well. See if we have the scores. Your circuit. So everyone at the moment is going to be reconnecting to the lobby. Circuit number 2. Again, I appreciate all of you guys for watching and the support on the channel. Let's go to APAC North. All right, let's go to finals. Okay. Team Egg was in the lead last round with 29 points. Jupiter Vega with 11. If you're curious, I'm going to pin this into the live stream. Well, just in a moment. I'll make sure not to spoil how the round went. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. So I'll post it just a hot second right before the round begins because I don't want to spoil the prior round. We're on a 5-minute delay. Have to remember that. Remember, we're on a 5-minute delay because we keep the competitive integrity. This is live. I am a one-man show, one-man army. I'm driving the camera. We're bouncing around. We're checking how teams are doing. Team Egg was in the lead prior, and as we see the scores update, with 29 points, Jeep Vega with 11, GTS with 10, Crazy Raccoon in 4th with 8, and Sun Gods with 8. So we're going to see how things are updated and how the scores are going to change. And I'll share that. I'm not going to spoil the round right away. So we'll wait. I don't want to spoil it. I just checked and I was like, wait a minute. Hey, listen, by the way, I'm from New York City. I didn't grow up in New York. I grew up in Dallas, Texas, but I lived in New York for a decade. So again, I want to thank everyone so much for watching, for supporting. Remember, in competitive, a lot of teams do play a lot more passionately. Thank you guys so much for supporting. Don't forget to leave a like. It helps everyone support. In general, we're on round 3, which means we probably have about another 2.5 hours left of the overall day. T1 is definitely making big plays. Unfortunately, they got knocked out pretty early. And we'll see how things shape up. I'm curious to see if teams decide to change up their composition. If we're going to see some teams get a little desperate and start going Revenant Crypto. That's when you know when a team has gone full on just going for it. So when you see the Revenant Crypto come out, it's like we're pushing everyone. The level of respect that was happening last round, I wonder if we're going to see it repeated. Teams are going to say they want to make plays, and they're going to make the play. All right. Team Egg, will they be able to clutch it out? All right, let's see here. I'm going to hit refresh. I'm going to share this in a moment, and I will pin it. Looks like the scores are updated. Okay. And, oh my gosh. I pin this message. 2 seconds. All right, I'm going to pin that. We're going to pin the message because that is going to be the overall scores when we go to it. It'll let you know whenever the scores get updated. Right now, in first place, we have Team Egg with 31 points. We have USG in second place with 28 points. We have GTS with 23 points. Sun God at 16 points. And WM at 16. FKL and T1, I really would love to see them kick this up a notch. I've seen them do it before. I know that they can do it again. And we'll see how everything takes place and shapes up. Very excited to have all of you guys here. Really appreciate all the support. Very excited how we're going to see the next few rounds go. Again, just as a reminder, in terms of the overall scoring that we're seeing, Team Egg is still in first place. I know they didn't get as many points the last round with 31 points, or with the few points they got, but they're still at 31 because their first game was just so monumental. So overall, they're still in first. USG with 28 points. GTS at 23 points. So we'll see if teams decide to change it up a little bit, if they're not going to play as passively, and we'll go from there. Don't forget to get up, walk around. If you're just tuning in, this is the Apex Legends Global Series Winter Circuit number 2 for Apex Legends. We are competing on World's Edge today. For those people asking the question, why did I pick World's Edge? I didn't pick World's Edge. This is an official Apex Legends tournament. They are competing currently on World's Edge. We're on game 3 of 6. We still have 4 more total rounds, and we've got to play out this round and then 3 more after. So technically, we still got 4 more rounds to go. And then once we complete all those 4 rounds, then we'll be ready to rock. So we know that Team Egg is landing Thermal Station. And what we're looking at as well as we're seeing Detonator, FK, as well as HE Arise fighting for Fragment, which is making it really hard for them. It's not necessarily that they can't clutch it out, it's that they're fighting too early on for the positioning that they want. Every fight that they take early on, granted, yes, they want the fights, they want the KP, but the problem is that it causes them rotation, it's causing them resources that they're not going to have early on, especially when they get third-partied. Now, FK was in a good spot when they came in and they cleaned that up for some points, but it caused them the rotation for later. So we'll see how it goes from there. All right. So next round is going to be underway in just a few moments here. So very, very exciting as we get into the next game. And this is live, so if you're just tuning in, don't forget to leave a like. Every little bit helps support the channel, helps support what we do here. This is live. We'll give a quick shout out to a lot of people in chat on a 5-minute delay, remember, because we're keeping the competitive integrity. It's why JM, appreciate you for being here. Solomon, All-in-One DN, JM, Toshi, Maddie McKenzie, thank you so much. Brokeback, thank you so much for being here. Jeremiah, muy bien. AJ, thank you so much. Giannis, thank you guys for just engaging in chat and keeping things fun and engaging. I'm the guy you never heard of. I've heard of you, buddy, and I appreciate you for being in chat. True Words, thank you so much as well. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting and being a part. All right, so once we get set up here, we will be good to go. Here. Okay, so we are set. Next round will be underway in just, I believe they said 2 minutes. That's when we're going to get in. Right now, I guarantee you, and you know, we have a lot of these, I've had these conversations whenever you're playing competitively. You figure out, is the comp we're running the most viable? Do we need to change? Do we need to adjust? Do we contest again off the drop? I guarantee that is what Detonator is having the conversation of. Seeing that they're going toe-to-toe with HE Arise and having the conversation seriously if they need to be contested again. So Moibian asked the questions. Here's a question. Why isn't Revenant used a lot or even at all? He used to be used quite a bit, believe it or not. Currently, we're seeing him not utilized, but as teams keep progressing and we saw how passively and nobody able to make a play, let's see if they decide to switch that up, if they're going to. So let's take a look. Let's see. A lot of teams are being very careful. And there is a lot of Horizons in play. A lot of Caustics, Gibraltars, Bloodhounds, and we're seeing Wraith being utilized less than before. So we get into the next round. We'll shut down the music. Things are going to be a lot more serious. I personally would love to see a lot more Watson back into play, but we currently don't see any of her, unfortunately. All right. So while we're in the loading screen, we saw the Octane from FK, unless it was a bug, no longer there. You notice that almost a mass majority of the teams are running Crypto. The Crypto is definitely a fan favorite among many teams and is able to get them the information. There is one team running Pathfinder. Let's take a look at where Reignite is landing and how they're utilizing the Pathfinder. It's only one team running the Path. We don't have any Watsons in play. We don't see any Revenant currently, but that can definitely change. That can definitely change. We'll follow HE to see if they're going to 50-50 them off the rip again. I'm kind of curious if they're going to do it. Let's see if the change-up has changed. And it has not. So everyone kind of stuck with their guns, and everyone's going to kind of run the same confidence. So you know what? We'll see why things are going. So the reason why we're not seeing a lot of Watson in play is that Caustic is definitely a lot more oppressive, and people have just gotten so used to pushing Watson teams. Gibraltar's a hard counter to Watson because her bubble, or because Gibraltar's bubble can break fences. So for those that are unaware, that's pretty huge. And it could be a massive difference. And it looks like they're going in for an early fight here. Already getting the melee already this early on. 60 damage. He's got the L-Star. He's like, where do you think you're going? Fortunately gets hit. His team was able to give him a little bit of cover there. But we're seeing some early fights. This is some early disrespect happening between these two teams. They do have two whites.
Let's go this way.
And they say, you know what? It doesn't matter. Now, again, just a reminder, we're going to experience just a little lag. That's because I'm connecting from the United States. This is obviously in Asia. So just a reminder, it's okay that we're getting a little bit of lag. It evens out, and before you know it, it's fine. So just as a reminder for those that are watching, asking, oh my God, there's lag. Don't worry. It'll even out, and everything's going to be A-okay. So it looked like HE's playing a little bit more respectful here. They got the early punches right at the start of the fight, and now they're backing off. But of course, it looks like Detonator is not necessarily happy with that. They said, you punched us at the start. We're not excited for that level of disrespect, and they're going in on this. We don't have any other teams besides these two teams fighting it out in the lobby. We're going to see some Twitter wars going on at this point. So Detonator says, you know what, it's not worth it anymore. FK is still nearby, hearing all the gunfire, and they're waiting for Nox. And they're aware of what happened last time. So that's probably more than enough to tell them that they should back off. It's not worth taking this fight early on. So it's nice to see that these two teams have definitely backed off. They say, you know what, that wasn't worth it. Let's just loot up the remainder and see if we re-engage afterwards. Let's see if this pulls towards a staging or train yard area. They do have height on them, which means that they're not going to most likely push that. But the team that has height like that and seeing how under geared they are is not worth pushing. So this is game 3 out of the 6, and we still have 3 more matches to go once we wrap this up. So we're seeing the reset. Got ourselves a triple take, and just going to drop the Mozambique, grab that triple take to become a triple take Terry. Nice little 6x there. I definitely am a big fan of the 6x magnification. We're not seeing a whole lot of fighting going on. Just a lot of looting, a lot of rotating. Everyone's trying to assess the situation. Let's take a look at where the Pathfinder team was dropping. Pathfinder's team looks like they're about to get into a fight, to be honest. And we also see this team has a huge level. We got 2 fights going on at the moment right now. We have 2 teams being disrespectful right off the rip here. Detonator's team, as well as a team rotating right here with Team Egg. Team Egg getting a solid 21 damage in. They have a Volt with a level 3 mag. Or excuse me, Hemlock with a level 3 mag and a Volt right alongside.
That place has seen activity.
It looks like they back off from that situation. Looks like they flew in. We got a little bit of a issue here at the choke. Gets a little bit of damage with the R301. Gets shot in the back. He's completely unaware. Got caught off guard. He's going to try to recoup from the situation. There's a Bloodhound scan just to give him some space. Let's see if they decide to go in on this. Bloodhound has the angle. Has not popped his ult yet to fully engage. And they managed to zip away, and they're gone. These two teams as well are very close together, but they have buildings. They have the building in there, and this team has the choke. So they're probably not going to see them fight. So the beauty of having a Pathfinder is obviously he can get the beacon. They rotate in. They're playing it right. It looks like they're getting some early damage in them. And they've got to find a better spot. They better hope that nobody's in this building. But the issue is they're about to run into a nightmare of a situation. They have nowhere to go. They have a Pathfinder. And they can't breach the building. This is a situation they don't want to be in whatsoever. He's got an angle on the offside. He's going to push. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to clutch it out. They are stuck. There's the Gibby ult just to buy them some time. He's going to get his med kit off. There's multiple teams in this area, as you can tell. So gets some tick. Gets his med kit off. Let's see if he manages to survive here. Gets a swap, and he accidentally fires his gun, which is not what he wanted, because now they know where he's at. He's going to go for the ballsy res here. Picks up his Pathfinder, said, "It's okay, brother, you good." But he's not good enough. And there's the wipe. Another team coming up right up on them. This is going to be third-party city. They go into their building. They put up the caustic gas. And they play it safe. I guarantee you now they're kind of questioning if the Pathfinder is working because they can't seem to stave off any of the teams that are pushing them. And it's really not their fault. The caustic gas is just really hard to contest. Let's take a look at the angle that Landmark has. And they're running right back. They're not going to fight this. They took the port back. And they're going to reposition. Take a look. Team Egg tried to port down to see what was going on. They rotate right back up top. Let's take a look at T1. Actually, there's a fight breaking out somewhat here with USG. USG was our top contender. They're in second place right now with 28 points. And Team Egg, first place with 31 points overall. So they're hard holding the angle, waiting patiently. Crazy Raccoon is unaware that they're there. He's pretty separate from his team. All he's looking for is information. We're not going to see the craziest fight break out. Sully is just looking for info. And there it is. He's like, you know what? I know where they're at. No other fights are breaking out. A lot of teams are playing respectfully. Still 19 in the lobby. Only one team out. 19 squads remaining. Nice positioning, just to make sure he gets out of dodge. Doesn't take any damage. How we like to see it. So we see North is held up quite nicely, and they're dropping their armors just to avoid the crypto ult. Just collecting, just chilling, just vibing. And we're going to see a massive level of respect happening in the lobby again. The difference now is that there's not 17 teams alive, there's 19. So we're going to see some inevitable fighting occur here momentarily. So within staging, looks like SG has the angle here. Looks like we already had a knock take place by FKL. Let's take a switch over here. This is happening in Harvester. So it looks like they just got shot from mostly the distance, and they're going to try to recoup, and they're going to get pushed. Throws a nade. Nice spray, but unfortunately may not be enough. And somehow they're still alive. The Gibraltar's questioning everything right now. Throws his Gibraltar ult just to buy themselves some time, and they manage to rotate out. What a nice play. The fact that they managed to get knocked and recoup this. This is why FK does very well in these tournaments. I've seen them clutch out very sticky situations before. Gibraltar's just taking his time, just healing back up. Don't have any big heals. They're resetting. Let's take a look where the other team from Harvester. They completely left. WC looks like they decide not to push, and they have the team in the back that is going to engage now. Looking for team. Completely unaware that he got lasered. He throws the Gibby bubble out to buy himself some cover, and his Caustic is in trouble. The Horizon takes a hard angle with a triple take, throws out a nade, and she is out. There's the Caustic ult. They're just going full Hail Mary. And the Gibraltar is going to run. At this point, really, the only thing he could do is really rat. But that may not even be an option for him. He's going to run back. Doesn't have his bubble because he just used it and he's out. We have some teams rotating here. FK is rotating out. All these other teams, the reason why we're not keeping an eye is that they're just doing some initial picks. No hard committing is going to occur by these teams, okay? Just so we understand, so we're all on the same page, that all these teams are not going to hard engage. I'm going to try to keep an eye on teams that are hard engaging into fights. All they're doing is all securing their buildings. Even though they get a crack, it would not be smart in the situation to make a push. That just doesn't make any sense. You won't see it a high level play, not at this caliber. These teams are completely unaware that they're about to run into each other. FK is about to go full send into another team. They hear them come up. Gets only 14 damage, not enough to really make a play. He's got the triple take doing a lot of damage. We'll switch POVs. Since the Bloodhound has most of the information, and he's got a gold mag on his triple take. This team decides to rotate, but the rotation may go in vain here. And the reason why it's going to go in vain is because now they're going to run into a whole different team. And they have two teams rotating right behind them in just 2 seconds. Train yard. Looks like they have height. No fights are going to break out here. They're just picking on the little guys down here, GTS. They're not really little guys, but you know. So a lot of the fighting is just pick damage. We're trying to keep an eye who's going to get a crack and who's going to make a play. The zone is closing in 7 seconds, and once it closes, that's when we keep an eye on the teams that are edging. So there's two different type of plays that you're going to see. You're going to see the teams that take center, get the beacon, and hold the center angles, and you have the teams that are edging, like we're seeing right here. WC has a hard angle, and Fennel has the high ground, and they only have a few seconds or a minute until the zone completely closes. It was only a few seconds till it started, and now it has started closing. This is where it gets hot. We have like 3 teams in the general vicinity about to fight. We might miss this fight happening up here as well. And now they're in the thick of it on top of their building. Gonna hard hold their angle. Looks like they got a breach. There's the Arc Star. Look at that spray. Not a bad spray. Looks like he was on something as he was just crouch spamming. And hello. Nice to have you here in the building. He's going to go for the armor swap, and he's got to wait patiently. There's one at the back from the port. Goes for the scan. What a nice hold by WC. And now there's a whole other fight happening by FK here. Looks like they got a knock. They're making a big push here. And it looks like WC is going to have to make a play in just a hot moment. Once this Gibby bubble disappears, FK is going to be in a rough situation. Let's take a look at WC. They're not going to push out. And FK is hard holding their angle for now. Let's take a look how Fennel is doing. They got the low ground. The team is right directly above them. They get some solid damage, and everyone is kind of resetting now. I know we missed some of the fights from the north, but there's a lot of fights happening. That's just the beauty of a BR. A lot can happen all at once. We take a moment. There's a lot of shooting happening. And everyone's just kind of resetting. Let's take a look if there's any picks. The team that's right in the open is GTS. GTS definitely has the hardest situation because they're right in the open. Not really good to be out in the open space, and they're also edging right now. Tries to take shots, unfortunately misses them. Who's Mitch? We don't know. Misses them. Mitch isn't here. Let's take a look at different angles. USG is a top contender. Is Team Egg still located into the fight? And they are. They don't have the kills yet. Even though Team Egg really popped off, they're not popping off anymore currently. We'd love to see them pop off again. Let's see if they manage to do it. USG has some good opportunities to take place overall. FK got a solid knock. And this is from WC, just hard holding in the building. I think they're just using the heals and waiting. Let's take a look at their situation. What are they thinking? Do they have enough heals? And they are resetting. Is he going to get the heal off? Yes, he does. Very nice. They're playing the war of attrition. By waiting patiently, they will manage to clutch it out. So they're going to take the low ground, but they're unaware that the other teams are also rotating in. So FK is going to bully them. 72 damage. Solid crack. Nice mid-air shot. This is the push that they need. But of course, if they make a push for this, they're taking the low ground. They got 14 seconds until they need to rotate. Is that worth it? Most likely not. Most likely not. It's not really worth it. Gets an early scan out. 105 damage. Nice damage. He's been on fire with this triple take today. SG looks like they knocked somebody from USG. It looks like they're trying to make their way up. Do we see any massive fights breaking out? Not quite yet. They have to... Ooh, nice 93 damage. His triple take shots have been insane. But is it going to be enough to hard hold him? They get the bats and they're going to wait for them. Now they have to come to them. There's the port. They may try to hold them out here. Unless they can get some better positioning, then they'll wait. So they're using the wall as cover here, and they're going to hard hold that. A lot of teams are getting spicy. Fennell going to take a lot of damage here. He has to run in. Will it be enough for them to get the position? They have the arcs going out. There's the caustic gas to, as a retaliate. He's going to use his Q in just a moment to take height. Once he gets it up in 4 seconds, if he survives that long. There's another nade out. Decides not to use his Q, just does the old way. Just decides to crawl. Nice damage. Nice massive shots. And they clutch this out without having anybody go down. Solid play. Let's see how FK is doing. Looks like we're keeping hot on Fennell. That poor Wraith just trying to find different positioning. Just trying to stay alive. She keeps taking the port back and forth. Goes from port to port. It's like the Port Authority. Decides to go through, and they're going to hard chase this. That guy never had a chance. USG is out, which was one of our top contenders. We have another fight breaking out. Bird's eye view. Bird's eye view of this overall fight. Let's take a look at a different angle here. Wayward is doing fine. And Cog, and everyone's reset. Whew. Now we're reset. Crazy, crazy to see. So it looks like North got a little bit of damage. Let's take a look at T1. I want to see their positioning. It looks like they are in Fissure. They have nice prime real estate. It's real estate. And let's take a look at Team Egg, as they are our first place contenders. Do they have any kills under their name? They don't have any kills in their name currently. So it looks like the team managed to stop their halt. Looks like Crypto ult's going out. Are they making a play? They scan for it to see. And no, they do not. We do have OM. It looks like they're flying, and this is one of those moments where they're just pushing in, praying for something. A nice horizon spray. Are they going to go back up on it? They could, and that's the position that they're looking for. And they get cleaned up, and OM finding a nice spot here for now. Unfortunately, gets thirded. Solid R301 damage, but not enough. Let's take a look at where the Crypto's going. He's gone. Tushme. He's out. FK's right in the open as well. Firing the R301. R301 is definitely a favorite of mine. Get me a 3x magnification on that, and it slaps. Let's take a look at how T1 is doing. Wow, I tuned in right just in time for that. Solid headshots. Single fire, tapping it. And it looks like the Wraith is making for a play. Gets the cleanup. Lots of fights happening all at once. There goes that poor team. Looks like he's been practicing his Kovacs. Throws the Arc Star to try to finish it off. And he's looking to see another team. Nice solid damage. They're stuck in the corner there. Looks like he's... Oh, bounces right off. Heard the little noise. He's going to finish it off with an R99 spray. He's definitely spending a lot of time here cleaning that up, which is perfectly fine. He's just got to get the cleanup. And he probably rotated out. Let's take a look at FK, because they're in hot action at the moment. I'm keeping an eye on FK's Bloodhound. Partly because he has been on fire with his shots. I guarantee he's definitely above 2k damage, as much as he's been dishing out overall. So the Quiet Before the Storm, they don't have a Horizon, so they can't shoot themselves up. This is where Horizon comes in clutch. They don't have a Horizon either, and now they're stuck down below.
Let's go here.
They can definitely climb, but the Horizon definitely makes it a lot easier. FK is taking their positioning. It's not how they want to be in. Throws the bubble to buy themselves some time. They'll have the bubble again in 26 seconds, so it's not a bad use of the bubble. And there it is. He's going to have it up much sooner. Good to have the bubble on the Gibraltar.
Let's go this way.
So he looks like the Wraith is going in for an entry-level play, decides to come back. Let's see, the Bloodhound covering 36 damage with the R99, decides to cover, goes for the bat, and waits for the opportunity. Got some of the crypto drones going out, as you saw on the left. Goes for R99 spray. Unfortunately, nothing connects. And there we go. There's the damage that he's looking for. Throws the thermite right into the house of horror. Goes for the bat. Slow crawls it in. Let's take a look at FK as they are top dogs. Team Egg is also still in play. Let's take a look at FK. Team Egg down below needs to make a push up. Let's take a look at T1. T1 holding a different angle. We got 6 squads remaining and is looking quite tight down there. Touche, lots of squads. Wayward in a forces situation, and we have Jupiter Vega. Go for the arc, gets a stick. Perfect timing. Goes for the knock. Gets a crack, and that's FK out. My gosh, we came right at the moment for that arc star, making a clean cleanup. But now he's got the team on height. Goes for the swap. Is it fast enough? He is. And now he's just got to wait for the right opportunity to go for the res. If there is one, the crypto ult goes out. Cleans up that. But unfortunately, the crypto is all by himself. Now he gets knocked out. Chaos is ensuing. Let's take a look at T1. T1 shows up. Take a lot of damage. Eva 8 slide. Look at that movement. Nice and clean. Goes for the swap. And now they have height. We're looking at team versus another team. 3v3v1. 3v3v1. My math is not as fast as it used to be, but pretty decent at this point. There's a crypto. And there's the play. Scans him out for them. He's got the eye in the sky. He was going to try to slide across. I saw that. I saw him go for the slide across, but he needs to help his team. Make sure not to get too greedy. The team below, they shouldn't be too worried. I don't think they can actually come up. And they clean it up. Now it is don't throw this game. Just make sure they don't throw this game. If they don't throw this game and get too greedy, if they drop down, oh no, they drop down. Oh, okay, all right. Whew. Listen, whenever somebody drops down, that's definitely like, oh, let's just drop the high ground. But they actually just kind of said, you know what, we're going to not give you these points. And they took it as zone. The reason why they did that is that if they don't take damage, there's the potential that the other team won't get the points. They don't want to feed them points. They know they have the low ground. They know they have the disadvantage. And obviously they didn't have a horizon, so they can't get right back up. Great game. Great game. Another good one. Let's bring back the music. And we'll get back in there. We're going for round 4. Round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, we got to take a look at the score there in a minute and see how things shape up. The scoreboard is definitely shifting. Team Egg had a standout performance at the start. USG got knocked early. I'm kind of curious how all of it's going to shape up. T1 and FK, I have seen in finals and have stellar performances. So they're just getting comfortable and catching up. So we'll see how they decide to catch up in the next few rounds. Now, at this moment, the next round is going to start in about 5 minutes. We're about to go into the next game, which is game 4. And again, this is live on a 5-minute delay. This is a reminder. If you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends APAC North. This is an official tournament. I am controlling the camera. You see me hopping into the server as a spectator in the back end. And we're kind of getting things going. Somebody in chat said, hear me out, Hemlock Buff. Let's go into chat and give a shout out for all of you guys for being here that have been present. So give me a hot second. Scores should be updating in just a moment. And then we'll be good to go. What a night. This is why I love Apex Legends. I love shoutcasting this. And I appreciate all of you guys. This is technically now my 4th time casting. We're starting to get a lot more comfortable. It just kind of feels like it flows a bit better now. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for just joining me and being a part. And yeah, it really means a lot. Don't forget to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to be covering APAC North more consistently. I've kind of feel like I found my groove, and shout out to EA for giving me the opportunity to shoutcast and be a part of the Apex experience. I love it. I really, really do enjoy it. I maybe enjoyed it a little more than I should, to be honest, but it's honestly a blast. I have a lot of fun. We'll take a look at the score and we'll kind of we'll break it down here in just a moment. So first place, once these scores update, which they will in a moment, once they kind of get going, and then we'll kind of go from there. Wow, what a night! This is great. I don't know. This has been a whole lot of fun. I've really enjoyed all the time I've gotten to spend with you guys. Let's give a shout out to everyone in chat again. Muy bien, I see you're still here. GM, thank you so much for being here. Captain, Aizen, Mista, Cookie Monster, give me your fries. I'll give you my fries. Toshi, Joshua, Hurricane ETA. So I've been looking at feedback. We did remove the little banner that was covering before. Appreciate the feedback before. Again, I will catch up in chat. If there's any team you want to follow specifically, let me know, and we'll definitely follow it. That team 100%. So I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Be a part. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Frank, thank you so much for being here as well. Liam, thank you so much. There is a 5-minute delay, by the way. So there is a delay. So just as a reminder. And there are some glitches. Somebody asked a question, why is there red footsteps? It's because I was following somebody who had their Bloodhound ult. That can sometimes happen. You'll see a little bit of hedges here and there, but it's okay. Don't worry. And it looks like we're all set. Thank you guys so much for being part. I really, really appreciate it. That round played out really crazy. Honestly, there was some nice moments, some nice arc stars. We got some great action. That's been the overall goal. So I appreciate all of you guys for being a part. Okay. So I think I caught up with as many as I could in chat. Let's segue here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the scores. It looks like they updated. So Egg is still in first place at 31 points. USG at 31 points. GTS at 24. FL is catching up at 19. Sun Sisters at 16. And that's the top 5 teams that we're looking at. Those are the top 5 teams. Team Egg, first place. USG, second place. GTS, third. FL catching up and 4th. And Sun Sisters in 5th. Of course, I have it pinned up above the scores so you can take a look when they get updated. So be sure to check that out and kind of see where things shape up and how things are going. So we're in game 4. We have 3 more games essentially because we're on game 4. trying to figure out where we're at essentially. We'll see how teams decide to change it up. I've seen it before when teams just start saying, screw it, we're going full on Revenant mode. Will we see it? Are we going to see it? Don't forget in this moment, whenever there's kind of a downtime, take a breather, get up, walk around, come back, grab yourself some water, get up, stretch, and we'll kind of get going. All right. Everyone is just loading in. Everyone's just getting comfortable. Take a look. Looks like some of the scores are updated. Okay, so we do have updated scores. Some of the scores have been updated. First place is still Team Egg. Second place is USG. They're tied, by the way, at 31 points. GTS is at 24. FK now at 22. Sun Sisters, 5th place at 20. And FL in 6th place at 19. So it took them a second, but I just got notification that they were updated, so we'll kind of go from there. So very, very exciting. I appreciate all of you guys for supporting, watching, being a part. Again, don't forget to leave a like, support, subscribe to the channel, because we will continue to cover APAC North on the channel here. I will cover finals. If you guys really, are enjoying things, I would love to add in the, the qualifiers, like the semis and so forth. It is currently 6 a.m. in the morning, and I started at 4 a.m. So these weekends can be a little tough. I'm not gonna lie. I got to get up a little early, and it can be a little rough to say the least. But know that I appreciate the fact that you guys are here supporting and it means a whole lot. So if you're just tuning in, we're in Game 4. We have 3 more games. We have Game 4, Game 5, and Game 6. Still remaining on the table. This is still anyone's tournament, anyone's game, because somebody can take first place overall in the last bit of the tournament. To be honest, they could literally win 3 rounds in a row and just take it away. This is Apex Legends APAC North Winter Circuit Tournament number 2 online tournament. So I am a spectator. Shout out to EA for giving me access for the overall stream, being able to get a viewpoint and see where things are going. Curious, I see a lot of you guys asking about that. Kind of curious to see where they go from there in terms of them denying points and how things go. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the commentating. Thank you so much. It really, really means a whole lot. We'll do our best to continue to commentate and follow along the action. Very, very excited. Pumped overall. This is a great moment. All right. So again, there is a 5-minute delay. That's just because this is live. And if you're watching and this isn't live, well, appreciate for being here on the channel. All right. Let me make sure the scores, they didn't have any other changes. There were a few changes as they update. Okay. They did update the scores. Going into the next round, Team Egg. This is right, isn't it? Let's take a look. Okay, Team Egg is at 45 points, T1 at 34 points, USG at 31, WM at 30, and GTS at 24. So for the next round, for next time, I'll wait right before the round starts to get the points because they do take a little bit to update. So I apologize for that. So if there's any confusion in terms of the score, don't forget I have it pinned, so you can obviously see whenever they get updated as well. That's just kind of the beauty of the BR. Yeah, I can definitely follow Crazy Raccoon more. 100% destruction. I'll follow them more this next round and see where they... We'll follow them at the start. Let's follow them at the start and see where they land, because I actually don't know where they're landing per se. I know where Team Egg, they land in Thermal. Obviously, FK is landing around Fragment. We're seeing T1 landing around Fissure. We're seeing a lot of teams kind of spread out overall outside of the other spectrum. But we'll follow Crazy Raccoon this next round. 100%. We definitely will. Make sure to, let's just follow them right off the rip and see how they do. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate it. Hey, we keep going up from here, right? All right, next round. This time around for the tournament, I decided to play the Loba music. I don't know. I think her music happens to be some of the best for APAC. I mean, Fuse has a great soundtrack as well. All right, so what's happening here is they're all picking their legends. Let's see if we have any changes. I'm just going to kind of memorize what we see here. The Pathfinder still has been in play. I feel like they're going to change that. We'll see if they... That's the only team I'm kind of curious if they're going to make any change. But we do have Horizons in play, Caustic, Gibbies, Crypto is definitely a favorite. Kind of see where it goes from there. All right, let's pause the music. Let's get serious. Let's see where Crazy Raccoon is heading, because I know Destruction made a comment about it. If Fragment gets hot, though, I will need to switch over to their POV.
I say we land here.
So it looks like Crazy Raccoon is taking sorting. I think I actually followed them at the start. I might have forgotten that they were taking sorting. I'll try to follow Sully. I know that you guys are a big fan of Sully, so I'll try to keep a follow of him as well. Because the meta, you know what's interesting is that we don't have as many Wraiths as we normally do. She used to be 100% pick rate, but she's not as high of a pick rate as she used to be. Very nice tap strafe, by the way, by Captain Log. A nice movement for Gibraltar. Look at that movement. It's so clean. It's always nice to see very clean movement. Movement can be a massive make and break. We put guides here on the channel. I definitely need to put one out on tap strafing. His movement is just, it's clean. It's nice. It's nothing. It's almost like watching CS:GO surfing. So let's take a look real quick at HE Arise. Remember, just a reminder, we're going to experience a little lag in the first few minutes just because of where I'm connecting from the region of the world. Making sure my connection gets stable. It can sometimes go a little wonky in the first few minutes. But you know what? We're seeing the level of respect from Detonator and Arise, actually. Nobody's 50-50ing off the rip. This is kind of the first time I've actually seen this happen. Usually when I follow APAC North, there is a lot of, I guess you can lack for a better word, I always say disrespect right off the rip, where they just kind of say, you know what, we're going to full send it. They're looking for them.
Hostile over there.
Gonna take that shot. He's not gonna take the shot. He's gonna play a little patiently. This lobby seems like it's, you know, the problem with teams playing a lot more patient at the start is if they play patient at the start, we have a lot more teams up, and that means a lot more fun later. Means we're gonna see a lot more action. So all the teams are just looting up. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. Let's take a look at Sully. It's got a Volt Mastiff. That's a fan favorite. Can't go wrong with the Volta Mastiff. You're going to see a lot of Mastiffs in play. The reason why is a Mastiff... Nice movement there. The Mastiff is just so essential to utilize because of the burst damage. And especially when you get towards the end zones, it's just makes and breaks. Who's the best entry-level fragger? It's a great question. Currently, that's kind of up in the air because Wraith used to be, but her hitbox became so large that she's not as much anymore. I don't think they're aware. Are they aware that they're getting dropped on? Is this team aware that they're about to get dropped on? That Crazy Raccoon's about to make a play? Well, they're aware now that they hit the caustic gas. I know that a team is obviously fighting, but you guys mentioned you want to see Crazy Raccoon, so we're going to hold on to them and follow this narrative, okay? Because I know WS is obviously in a massive gunfight, but they're looking for them. And they're chasing them. They're hungry. Crazy Raccoon wants these kills. They're looking for KP. They're edging out, man. They're probably not going to let him go, to be quite honest. They're not going to let him go. Let's just follow this narrative. Let's follow this story. Because I don't want to miss it. And you guys have mentioned before that you kind of want to follow along with him. So I'm totally okay with that. I'm okay with following the journey and the story that they're giving. So there's the scan. They're going to have to wait before to push.
They've laid traps.
Horizon. Ooh, that's not good. Horizon and Wraith are the best entry fraggers right now. Gibby can be a close second because of his bubble to make a push. Also because he takes less damage, and when he breaches a building with a Mastiff, that's pretty big. Caustic is better for defensive, but he could definitely make a play with his gas as well. So I would have to go with Horizon and Wraith as making the biggest play initially. And then they kind of rotate and flip-flop. But Gibraltar's pretty high up there. That's why you see them use quite a bit. That team is gone. That team, Sun Sister, just left. They're out of there. And of course they don't have a Bloodhound, so they're completely unaware of how far ahead they are.
Extended heavy mag here.
Epicenter has a fight breaking out. SG has height. And it looks like they have the low ground. They're not going to give up the high ground in this situation, though. The reason why they won't give up the high ground? Well, who gives up high ground? That nobody would. They have a good spot and a good positioning up there. Is the beacon there? No, there is not. I just have to zoom in and just take a look. They got the caustic gas. Good way to kind of hard hold the angles. You have a fight breaking out over here by Reignite. They have the Pathfinder. It hasn't been working out for them before. He's got a 3x on his R301. Needs to reload. He's got 12 bullets left in the mag. And the Pathfinder's holding up top. These teams aren't really fighting. They have the height and the low ground. And they're just going to kind of go back and forth here. So we're going to have to wait until the rotation, the circle comes in before teams are really forced to fight. Everyone's just kind of hunkered down and waiting for an opportunity, though. The circle is most likely going to pull towards Survey or Epicenter. Looks like FL is already in a fight. Let's take a look at that. Oh, wrong FL. My apologies. So I saw in the feed they got a knock. Oh, it must have been a rat from an earlier fight. Yeah, that was a rat from an earlier fight. So not much missed there besides The poor rat losing all of his loot, unfortunately. And now they just get to rotate in. Oh, it wasn't a rat, actually. My apologies. So it actually was a team that he was just caught out of position. He might have rotated a little bit too late. This is looking for team. They were just caught out. And now they have to just wait. They're going to try to wait for the banner. They realistically need to go for it really soon if they're going to get much of anything here. So not a lot of fights are breaking out. Oh, there might be one breaking out right here. Let's take a quick look. Tries to get any damage. Unfortunately, doesn't connect. Because they don't connect any damage, they're going to have to rotate and wait. And the grenades are, fortunately, pushing them out of position. But this isn't good for them because now they're pushing into another team.
We should go this way.
Pathfinder does have the high ground here. He's just waiting, scouting things out. But if they're not careful, this other team's rolling up. T1 showing up.
Traps.
Spotted a subject over there.
Things are about to get really spicy here in just a moment. Everyone's fighting for a building. Everyone's got the feeling, like I said, that this is going to be pulling Survey Camp or Epicenter. Fortunately, no damage goes out. And all they're going to do is just run away and rotate. Let's take a look at where GTS is rotating to. GTS does not want to pick a fight. And everyone's in a building in here. There's a building in here that they're in.
Say we move this way.
Jupiter and Detonator have found their little hot spots and they're just chilling. And of course, Reignite has the high ground with the Pathfinder. So where are we going to see any fights really break out at the moment? That is the question. Some solid damage with the charge rifle. Not enough to maximize, just kind of getting some early picks. He's 35 until he upgrades his armor.
Might be something good this way.
So he's going to rotate out, take a little damage. Kind of surprised they're taking a little bit the damage here and not rotating on the left. Oh, they caught because of the team. Makes sense. Cog Ace has them in a really rough spot. There's a zip, and they're going to get some free damage here in a moment. They said there's a zip. And they know if they take it, it's going to mean death. And as you know, you can't just keep bouncing. He's got his bubble. He's going to use it for rotation. Gets a lot of charge rifle damage out, which buys him a clean rotation. So let's take a look at T1. Might rotate right back into the back end here. They're waiting for it. They're waiting for the opportunity. Let's follow them on this journey. There they go. They know the team is in here, but they're going to full-on contest it. They're waiting for the moment. Some initial damage. About 56 damage in. Looks like he called out, obviously, 21 purple. So they got some solid damage. They're not taking a lot of hits on their end, which is positive. Looks like a thermite went out, but unfortunately, it looks like it didn't really clear much. There's the port entry-level fragger, like I mentioned. Wraith making a big play, got gold armor. She pulls out her Mastiff because this is a bubble fight. And she repositions. They're going to wait for this opportunity, make a play. They got a lot of damage initially, but it seems like they're not able to really clean up and clean house like they're hoping for. Every minute, every second that's passing is only alerting more teams to their overall presence. The Wraith is trying to make a play, though. She's looking for angles, but she has to be careful not to get cracked. And there's the Arc Star, and she takes a different angle and repositions. Luckily, they have not taken much damage. And they're getting shot in the back now, which they have to be careful, and he's going to rotate back. Like I said, every second makes this a harder and harder push. So now she's just going to sell and try to get her positioning. And she decides to queue back and says, this is no longer worth it. Now, if they wait too long and they don't get the positioning that they're looking for, this is only going to spell death. Now, the reason I keep bringing up the map is because I'm waiting for another team to get caught out of position and getting into a fight. So I'm aware of this fight that's happening on the north side, but this team has taken a long time now. T1 is aware of this. Then they decide to push in. They're pinging the left because of the triple take. And it looks like they just gave up their spot. They gave up their spot. I'm kind of surprised they didn't fight him for it. It's probably because they weren't getting enough damage initially. And if you're not getting enough damage initially, then there's no reason for you to really stay. You're just getting pretty much oppressed with damage. Let's take a look here. What's going on? Sun Sisters. Looks like they're getting into a gunfight. Goes for the scan. Looks like they're taking, if we zoom in, the outskirts of it. Are they going to be pushed? They probably got a crack. They throw the thermite for some initial damage, but all they're doing is resetting it. He has the gas that has gone out. So I don't think they're going to push it. They probably are looking right above, which they are, trying to see if they get some cracks, but the problem is that they drop. There is a team right below them as well. I'm trying to click on them, but I can't seem to get it, and that's okay. Let's segue over to north and see how they're handling their situation up here. Everyone within these buildings is just hard holding and just waiting. Kind of a waiting game. They're all going to wait to see where this pulls, and they're blocking the doors. Caustic's barrels work as a nice blocking of a door, and they work as well for holding out teams. Even if they were to break the door and there's the crypto drone asking, please let me in. I would like to see what's going on in there, sir. Fortunately, not going to let them know what's going on. Let's take a look at Fennell and see how they're handling their rotation. Because they do have a hard rotation here. They're going to run into WM in just a hot moment. And WM is, by the way, doing quite well. If they manage to clutch out a pretty big game here, this could be first place. So it looks like they just got aware of T1's presence, and they may edge them out. This is an edge comp. When I say edging, there's two kind of comps that I categorize. You have the edge comps that kind of fight on the outskirts of the ring, which is more of Horizon, Bloodhound, Gibraltar. And then you have the teams more in the center, Caustic, where they're going to hard hold a building and wait. And here's the fight. Looks like the Horizons both throw their ults out. There's the Arc Stars going out, and there's the Gibraltar ult, throwing out thermites, trying to get some entry-level damage. Unfortunately, when they were shooting them, they didn't get a lot of damage on the Horizon when she was in the air. They need to be careful because they're getting shot in the back. So they have to make a push in. If they don't make a push in, it's going to spell death. Only about 20 damage in. That's not good. Good solid spray, though. Tries to reposition. It's just not enough, though. FL cleans them up. FL is just resetting here. Just trying to make a play, make a different position, and take a different angle. Let's take a look at how this team is doing. So they're hard held in their building. A lot of teams are. And I apologize, I missed those shots. Just want to commentate, making sure that we're covering the map and where teams are located. They hear them. We can hear them. Unfortunately, they're all on white armors. Once this team is aware of it, they may push them. Let's take a look at their armor situation. They have all blues. They have the jump on this. If I was USG and considering the points that they need, if they're fully aware that they have white armors, they need to push on this. They have to push on this. I know Crazy Raccoon is getting in a fight right now. Let's take a look at them, actually. Let's just take a look. I apologize. I know you guys want to see more of them. They are in a gunfight. Looks like it must be T1. This is going to be a really great fight to watch. So we're going to hard hold. I know there's going to be other fights, but T1 and Crazy Raccoon, I believe, is a team that rotated onto them. So initial arc stars going out, and the zone is closing in 36 seconds. Looks like Team Egg is in a fight, but we're going to hard hold on Crazy Raccoon here. There's the port to rotate in. Looks like it's going to be up to the Horizon and the Gibraltar to make a play. They have the high ground. They notice that the team is rotating, and they're going to take the port and go in. For some reason, the port just disappeared on them, which is not good, and now they're hard held at a different angle. Nice R301 damage, 76 damage in. Solid damage. They're about to get the knock. Unfortunately, does not snag it. I believe he had about 30 HP remaining, if my math is right. And now, Crazy Raccoon, they have some solid plays. They have a total of 6 points right now. If they keep up this momentum, this could potentially be big for them. Epicenter has 2 teams up height and down below. They probably are most likely not going to fight. Team Egg is still in this with only 2 points in at the moment. So T1 is still in. Team Egg is still in. FK, Fennell. We have a lot of teams in. This is going to be interesting how this decides to shape up. Let's see how Selly decides to clutch this out. They do need to rotate. They got an uphill battle for them if they're not careful. So I understand that you guys wanted to see them quite a bit, so we're gonna keep on the up and up. Does they rotate? Let's take a look at FK. Looks like they're getting some nice triple tick damage already. I know he sees them. He's got to be careful. And it looks like he's fine. They're resetting. FK is doing pretty good. They mopped up quite a bit of Sun Sisters there. They got one knock, so that's pretty good. Lots of fights breaking out. Let's take a look at what's going on over here. So Fennel is in a nasty situation here. They are recovering. They're getting some solid damage. He's going to pop his Q once it pops up to see if he can get some damage on height. I guarantee it. Finishes up his knock. Very nice. Looks like that was Crazy Raccoon. There's the height that I was mentioning. He's got some solid damage, taking height. Gets the crack. He's going to go for the swap, get rid of his gold armor, and they're going to push in and finish this up. And Crazy Raccoon will most likely be out. And there goes Sully getting knocked. Or getting finished, excuse me. Looks like Fennel making a nice rotation, and there's a lot of fighting about to happen here, so we're going to stay close to this. The team at Epicenter is leaving, and this is where the chaos happens. We really have only just options in terms of what we're going to capture in terms of damage. They're going to have to fly in. Her Q is up. She's going to use it to probably get height here in just a moment. There it is. And they push in right behind that team. All these teams are all fighting. She's pointing it out where they should be located. Bloodhound, they making a big play. There's a Bloodhound getting a nice bit of damage. The zone is ticking quite hard. And this is where things start to get edged out. Good Gibby Bubble, getting them right on the edge, but not necessarily getting them outside of the zone. There's the Horizon making play solid amount of damage. 68 damage with the flatline. And they start to go in. He does have a Kraber in hand. And they clean this up. They're looking for the last one. Oh, there they are. Sorry, I didn't mean to switch away from it. Nice cleanup. And the charge rifle shooting from a distance goes for the swap. Actually, he didn't go for the swap. Goes for the bat. Let's take a look at FK. Fortunately, he's about to get mopped up here. He's going to try to go for the bat. He's unaware of the team from the distance, and there it is. We got another rat, SG, located here. Let's see if Fennel is able to locate that rat. We have another rat as well. Oh, not a rat. Let's see. Where is... Can I click on them? There it is. Team Egg is the one that has, unfortunately, rat. At least he's got 2 kills. Placement matters big time here, and T1 is also a rat, and there's also a Team Jupiter that's hard holding them out. A lot of rats running around, which is okay. Everyone's trying to fight for that positioning. Let's take a look what team is actually clutching it out right now. Honestly, let's take a look at the kill leader. Let's follow the Gibby. Let's follow the Gibraltar. Let's see how things are going. Wants to take an angle here. There is a res from a res station that just went out. Nice solid amount of damage. Trying to get some cracks. If they can definitely make a potential play of moving up. He doesn't want to use this bubble quite yet. He needs to save it. We're going to keep an eye on the kill leader here. What's crazy is that while the Gibraltar has gotten a lot of kills, the Bloodhound is definitely... They are making massive damage. 1,700. He's dropping cells for his buddy. T1 found the rat. That was Team Egg. Team Egg just got knocked. There's the Q. There's the play. And they're flying in. The Horizon ult did go out. Needs to be careful. Caustic gas is definitely doing a lot of damage to them. And they're probably going to rotate just a little bit back out, just to be safe. We see a lot happening, a lot in play at the moment. Everyone's taking a look at Fennel, making sure how they're going to make positioning, how it's going to play out. Got a Horizon Q making a play again. Nice solid damage there. Got a crack. Probably about 110 damage in. We have still many teams coming out. Fennel really has the upper hand here, and what they're doing constantly is using the Horizon Q for openings. They're using that for the damage. Unfortunately, though, the Horizon only has a few clips left in the vault. We'll see how that decides to play out. There's the Q again, tries to make a play. They have height, so they need to be careful. They're not fully aware of the full situation, how many teams are left, in terms of number count, that is. They're fully aware that there's 3 squads, but they are unaware how many per squad. There's the port in. Now all they have to do is just wait patiently. Fennel does, while that team up above does have the upper hand, looks like it's a rise. They're not going to drop down whatsoever. Fennel does have some power positioning here. So once zone closes, this is where everything happens and where things get intense. Let's see how Fennel decides to handle this situation and what they're going to do. There's the crypto ult out. And they're just going to reset. Takes out the crypto drone. There's another crypto ult out. GST has one down. I'm keeping an eye on Fennel. I want to see how they're going to, if they can potentially clutch this out. I know there's fighting going on, but I want to see how Fennel decides to handle this situation. There's the port. Are they going to get greedy with the positioning? And they do. They give up height. So now we have a full squad. And the zone is closing. They do have height. Try not to get hit by the nades. They're trying to play patiently, but it might be their demise. There's the bubble to buy themselves some time. They have to be careful. There's the Horizon Q. There's the Horizon ult. Thermite out. Lots of damage. Massive play on the Thermite. Exactly what they need. Clutches it out. They have the power play. There's a new kill leader. Beautiful. Beautiful play by Fennel. That was fantastic. That's why I was holding on them. I figured they were going to do something massive and huge. That was really, really big. And let's pull up the music. Wow, that was a great play. Really, really great. Again, don't forget to leave a like, help support the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. Don't forget to subscribe. Really, really means a whole lot. We'll give a shout out in chat. We'll definitely clean up chat as well in just a hot second. Thank you guys so much for supporting and being a part today. We are now moving on to Game 5 of ALGS. Second, I'll update that for us here. And then right before we start the next round, I will be sure to follow up on the scores. Remember, I am a one-man show. So yeah. Give me 1 second here, and then we'll kind of get going. Two seconds. Again, I want to thank all of you guys for supporting and being a part. It really means a whole lot. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Let's take care of a few things here. Okay, let's clean up chat. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and being a part. Don't forget to leave a like. There is a lot of you guys watching. Don't forget to just take a moment and leave a like on the stream. There's 1,300 people on the channel, and it would mean a whole lot if all of you guys even just took a moment just to leave a like, because that helps support. And yeah, it really means a whole lot. All right, we're all set. So I apologize. I know there's a few people spamming things in chat. Let's see here, 1 second as we clean up a few things. All right, we should be all set. Thank you guys again so much for watching, for supporting. It means a whole lot. And we'll get going in here just another second. I'm going to hop into the server, and we'll get ready for the next round. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder, this is Apex Legends, ALGS. Official broadcast of APAC North. So let's get a shout out to those that are in chat. Diwa, Van, Red Rock, MOBA. Appreciate all of you guys for being a part. Thank you so much for hanging out on the stream. Salty, thank you so much. My name is Bob. Thank you guys for being patient and being a part and just hanging out. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Like we are all, yeah, good to go. So now that we're approaching Game 5 and Game 6 of the tournament, let's figure out how teams are going to change up their strategy, or are they just going to continue on in what they're doing? We'll see. We'll see how that decides to go down. It's just a hot moment. Once we get the scores, I'm going to update you guys and see what team is actually in first place now. It's been a little bit flip-floppy because there's a lot of teams that are just coming out under the woodwork, and some of the overall teams are starting to clutch things out, which has been amazing. So we got a few moments. All right, let me clean up the chat just a little bit more here. All right. I got it. Don't worry. I apologize for that, guys. But thank you guys so much. It means a whole lot for your patience, and even with the patience in chat. Now, as we go into Game 5, let's take a look at how things will shape up. Once I get the scores here, and once they have been verified that they have been updated, I'll let you guys know, and we're going to cover the teams that are in the top 5 placement. We saw Crazy Raccoon really start to clutch things out. Got a lot more points under their belt, which was exciting to see. Obviously, Fennell, when they had that last play there, was amazing to really see. It was amazing to see that Fennell just managed to clutch out with Horizon. It's been crazy to see how much Horizon has been such a game changer overall with her height and mobility. When Pathfinder prior was known as more of the height and mobility king, but that's definitely changed and become a big difference. So really, really big play overall and very exciting. Again, what time is it now in US? It is 6:30. We have 2 rounds. So we should be wrapping up around 7:45. These usually take about 5 minutes in between games, and each game usually goes around with, I don't know, 30 minutes, give or take. So we'll kind of see when we wrap up around 7:45, and we'll be able to dictate who was the winner overall and, you know, congratulate the team for their amazing work. But things are getting really tight overall on the leaderboard, and we'll see how teams either will hold their lead overall or not. Whew. All right, guys. Thank you again all so much for being here. Let's give a shout out for people in chat. Dry Food, SK, Bulldog, Mista, Chico, Sad Dinosaur. Good to have you. Welcome back. I know you've been in the stream before. Means a whole lot. FaZe, Toshi, Suba, Hurricane, NH, Akash, Mike, Felipe, Muy bien. Good to have you. Seriously, for commenting. I appreciate that. It means a whole lot. I have to say, I am a one-man show in terms of running. It's a little difficult to get them on. Most of my mods tend to be on during the day, so it could be a little difficult to kind of balance things out. So I appreciate the fact that you guys are patient. You know, we're kind of running around and balancing things out. So it can be a little crazy. You know, I'm driving the camera, I'm driving the chat, I'm driving everything, and then you can see in the back end here. Hold on, let me see. Let me type to them. Actually, I'm not a spectator. Dude, I actually need to move up to spectator. I didn't move into one of the other groups, did I? Here. Let's see, one second. See if they're able to get me up there. A Destruction, thank you so much, buddy. Oh, I'm trying to make sure that I can get in. Okay, just a visual bug. I was a little worried. Honestly, I was like, am I not in it? All right, I'm just making sure. Sorry about that. Why can't they let you stream from the official APAC channel? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I try to at least shout out as many people. I didn't realize that that one guy was such a troll. So, hey, you know, we're all inclusive here. You know what I mean? I mean, some people can be a little crazy in chat. I appreciate you guys for just being so patient, and it means a whole lot. The difference with the official account is you understand the game. I still compete. I play the game quite a bit, man. I spend a lot of time in games, so that means a whole lot. I'm new to ALGS scene, so what do you mean by a rat in commentary? Oh, that's a great question. So whenever a team is just trying to hide, they call it a rat. So a rat is just somebody just trying to wait for better placement points. That's the best situation you got, because you can't go full on in 1v3 against a team. Your best situation is just to rat, to play patiently. So that's kind of the most common terminology for most battle royales. They call them a rat. All right, we'll be in just a hot moment. Excited. And then we'll be all set. So don't forget, we're about to start into the next round. Don't forget to grab yourself some water, anything. And Nahan, it's good. Welcome back to the channel, man. It's so good to be here, to have you here. That's such a great question, by the way, said Dinosaur. Who's going to be the #1 Switch player? I wonder when we're going to see people playing the Switch at a high level. It'll be really interesting to see. All right. So again, just a reminder, there is a 5-minute delay. So it does take me a little bit just to kind of catch up with chat. Just kind of shout all of you guys out for being a part. It really means a whole lot. Don't forget, there's so many of you guys here on stream. If it would take even just a second to leave a like on the stream, it would mean a whole lot. Helps other people find the channel, helps support what we do. We also post here on the channel guides, tutorials. We cover APAC North specifically. You know, if they'll have me, I'll cover more and more. I'll definitely do it. All right, we're starting. And we'll cover the scores in just a hot second. I guarantee they've probably been updated. All right, let's get in it. What's the nerf on Wraith? I actually have it on the channel here. Her hitbox got nerfed. So her head kind of became the size of a watermelon, to say the least. Yeah, let's see how Team Egg does. They're doing quite well. All right, let me hit refresh. Let me pause the music. And let's take a look. So first place is Team Egg at 50 points, FL at 45, T1 at 40, USG at 35, GTS at 33. So the 3 teams we're going to follow, Team Egg, FL, and T1. So Team Egg, FL, and T1. Again, I have it pinned so you guys can see the scores, or yeah, overall the scores and everything. So just as a reminder, okay? All right, so while everyone's selecting their teams, let's take a look at the glance here, what the team compositions look like. Once they load in, they're going to change. So once they change, we'll kind of figure out if people decide to run RevDead. Honestly, we got 2 rounds left, meaning with 2 rounds, anything can kind of really happen here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pathfinder's still in play.
Let's make a choice. Land here.
Look what happened, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say? It was going to happen at some point. Team 3 decides to run RevDead Crypto Wraith. Detonator is going all in. We got a RevDead in play, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they're getting serious. They want some of those points. It's time to go with the old RevDead Crypto Wraith push. Let's just see how that shapes up. I don't know. I'm ecstatic to see it. I'm excited. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Detonator was going in before, and now they're definitely going to be pushing harder than before, obviously. No pun intended, right? There's not even a pun to be had there. Raining down bullets with the Spitfire, unfortunately, doesn't connect anything. Happens. It's hard from a distance, let me tell you. Not easy, I know. Got a nice 3x there, switches it up with the 30-30. Got yourself a good old 3x magnification. No other teams are really fighting off rip. There's just a massive level of respect happening in the lobby. Lava City still flying in a little late. We'll keep eyes on Detonator, mostly because they are now running a RevNet, which is going to be interesting. We'll still keep tabs on Crazy Raccoon. Obviously, again, the main teams to keep an eye on are Egg, T1, and hold on, it's going to lag for a second. FL, T1, and Egg. Egg, FL, T1. Egg, FL, T1. So that's who we need to keep an eye on. Those are our top 3 teams. Let's take a look how Egg is doing on the rotations. Again, there is a little lag that's going to happen. I'm still connecting, obviously, to... I mean, I'm connected to the lobby, but it still takes a little bit of moment, right?
Level 3.
It smooths out. I mentioned that before. And if you're just tuning in and watching, remember, this is APAC North official tournament. We're spectating. There's a 5-minute delay. This is live, so they are competing live as we speak. In my shape of the world, it is now 6:43 in the morning. In the morning for me. So I started at 4 in the morning and just been going, to say the least. So Detonator decided not to engage on this. They're actually going to rotate. And the reason why is they're probably going to wait for that RevNet ultimate to make a push. So we see them rotate. They didn't have the level of disrespect before, but they do have to worry about... They're literally about to run into a team. They are completely unaware. There is a team right above them. Let's see. Oh, nice bubble. Gets them a little bit of cover. And they're going to go right up into that building. Is this team going to push them? Is Landmark going to make a play? The answer is really no. There's really no reason. They're going to play this safe. They're going to play the position. They're going to play it smart. Not to say the push wouldn't be smart, but they didn't get any cracks, so there's no reason to push. So far, all the teams are rotating. We see some shots happening here. These are just some of the initial shots from a distance. Not really going to connect anything, just kind of poking around, maybe just to kind of understand some of the armors that they have. Team Egg is in a really great spot, considering this may pull... Well, obviously, no, it actually is pulling towards thermal. This is going to be a thermal ending, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Team Egg's priority spot. They just have to loot as fast as possible and make sure not to get into a run-in with this team. So Reignite has the zip up. Now Team Egg has lost that prime positioning.
Might be something good this way.
I don't think they're aware that they're located within the general area, though. We'll see how that all plays out. DK, good to have you here. Good to have everyone here. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget, again, to leave a like on the channel. I'm Swaggy. It's good to have you. Oh, there's a fight breaking out as we speak. We got OM. Already getting into a fight. They're trying to rotate out, though. They don't want this fight. They're going to use the bubble here in a moment just to help them with rotation. There it is. Good timing on the bubble. Didn't take any damage from that. And they're pushing. No, they're hard pushing them. The Gibby's in the back. Oh, I got chills. Just, I don't know why I got chills. I just feel like I was about to get shot just from the Gibby. I don't know why. Looks like we got Jupiter holding this building already. They see them caught out in rotation. 58 damage. Nice shot by the Crypto. Crypto's cracked. Just gonna hop in the building and just chill. And then all the Crypto ults go up. But you know, it's not a bad timing. He could just use this as bat. So what you saw there is that if the Crypto ult goes out, there's no reason to sell up right away because you know you're going to take the damage. Crypto ult's back. Took a lot of damage there. Let's see if the Gibraltar gets knocked. He doesn't. He backs away. He's going to use his bat. Ooh, and then gets finished. And the Crypto's just going to have to run for it. As we were talking about, ratting. He's going to drop all the way down. And the team from above is probably looking for him. While they're getting pushed, unfortunately, they're trying to recover. Gets his banner, and he's just going to hard hold in the building. There's a lot of fights breaking out here, ladies and gentlemen. There's Detonator. Is he going to put the Crypto ult out? He hasn't put the ult out. This might be a good time to do it. Now's the time more than ever. And they just realize that they are hard held. This would be the... I'm keeping an eye on it because this is like literally the best time for them to use it if they're going to do it. They seem to be just kind of stuck in limbo, just kind of unsure what should be the play here. But they're waiting. And there's one of the reses going out. They just let them have the res for free. They know there's a lot of teams here. I get there's a lot of teams and that this can put them in a rough spot. But they are very much out in the open. And is definitely going to feel uncomfortable. And I'm keeping an eye on them. They're about to rotate another team. When are they going to use the ult? They have to make a play. If they don't use the ult here soon, and there it is, it would almost be for nothing. They have to push this. Solid damage. More than ever do they need to make this push. One gets pushed back. Oh, and he got pushed back immediately. Let's see if the Crypto's able to do anything with his Crypto ult, or Revenant ult. He's taking an off angle. They got a lot of damage early on. There's the Horizon play. Gets sent back. And now they're hard reset. It didn't work. The Revenant push did not get them the clutch. There's still 58 people in the lobby, 20 teams remaining, and now they have to wait for the Revenant ult, which still has quite a bit of time left to go. So they're going to back off for them in engagement, and now we have a lot of teams still rotating in.
Shield battery here. Syringe.
Man, that's rough. They got a lot of early damage, and it's just unfortunate there was a lot of teams picking on them. They're just trying to find their footing. So we'll use the Crypto as the eye in the sky and keeping an eye on things.
Might be something good this way.
So everyone is just hard rotating. The teams that are caught out right now or off rotation are Rise and WM. They need to start to make have a fight with Crazy Raccoon here. Let's take a look at Sully. What is he going to do to fight this back? He's got a massive and R301. Great setup. Let's see if he decides to breach. He's going to take the off angle. Very smart. They're taking both angles at the same time. They're going to drop 3, 2, 1. Saw the timing on that on the left, right? That timing was really well coordinated by Crazy Raccoon. This is why they're definitely a fan favorite. They're very well coordinated. Unfortunately, through their well coordination, nice spray. It might cost them still. Nice damage. Flicks right at the right moment. One more shot. The Wraith goes flying. Got a 2v1. He needs just to breach, and that's why he's doing all the damage he can. Because otherwise, it's a 1v1 situation. He needs to swap with him. He's trying to catch up, trying to buy the Horizon some time. 1v1 situation. Needs to be careful. Nice. Good cleanup. Has the gold back for the revive. And now he is the kill leader in the lobby. SG was not prepared. Their coordination was fantastic there when they dropped. Their coordination was strong, but the caustic is just really hard to breach overall, which is why you saw them just kind of full send an area. Makes sense why you want to do that. And we do have a fight happening at Tree. Caustic ult is going out. She is flesh. He takes height. And now he is the only last one standing. There's no way he's going to be able to clutch this out. If he does, it'd be a miracle. And there it is. There's another team third party. USG says, hello. Why was I not invited? They already used their bubble, which puts them in quite a predicament. The Wraith gets hit quite hard. Now, only one more remaining. They got the Gibby, and he's out because of the ult. Very nice cleanup by USG. Some early fights happening here. Some early fights. It's kind of nice to see. I'm just taking a look overhead. All they're doing is recovering, and we're going to see where the next fight is going to break out. The best prediction is definitely going to be with Crazy Raccoon, because they're going to have to jump. I don't think they're aware that this team is looking at them. And there it is. They're going to have to fight here. There's the bubble. He's going to pop a bat and wait. They're going to be forced to fight this. There's no other answer. He's going to try to bubble or port him out to get positioning. This other team is deciding to show up. Another third party gets cracked from a distance, and then Crazy Raccoon finds their way in. Let's take a look at Team Egg. Team Egg is just vibing, like I mentioned before. They're just going to be chilling. T1 has good positioning. Not too bad. They got to push in just a little bit. All the teams are just finding the rotation. Looks like Crazy Raccoon has been on the hard rotation. Selly's been clutching things up. Let's see if they can clutch up a fight as this team decides to rotate.
Hostile spotted.
USG's taking some hard damage here. Let's go back to Crazy Raccoon, though.
Ultimate accelerant here. Hostile spotted.
So Crazy Raccoon's just looking for information. Just looking for information. Fortunately, they're not able to get a whole lot of damage in, which means that they'll just probably hard hold here. No, actually. They're actually claiming a lot of dominance. They know that they got him caught out. There's the Gibby ult, and there's the Horizon Q to kind of get them some positioning back, but they don't have very much time. They're getting shot from another angle, and Selly is queuing back. They think it's a different team, but they don't realize that that's just another part of their squad. I guarantee you they're calming it. They're trying to assess the situation. Is this the rat? Is this a whole different team? What are we dealing with here? Got about 55 damage in, not too bad. And there is the team getting hard caught out. Crack the caustic. Nice snap over. Unfortunately, wasn't able to connect his R301. The Horizon is going to pop her Q. Literally calling it as it happens. Nice spray. Unfortunately, there is the Horizon ult to kind of buy them some time, and they use it to also catch them out as well. Misses the arc. Nice spray midair there. Selly is on fire right now. Fortunately gets knocked. Now we got a 2v1 situation. They need to be careful. It is a caustic, and they should have this. GG's. Not too bad, not too bad. And they know that they have the space and time right now. What is going on over here? It looks like they're just taking shots from a distance, catching a team out in rotation. What team is getting caught out is Jupiter. Jupiter's in a rough situation here with lack of loot, as you can tell, and a lack of heals. That's not how you want to be rotating. USG is hard gating Arise. Arise has to. Arise. Arise, chicken. If anybody gets the reference. They definitely have to arise. USG is kind of giving up the situation. They don't realize that they're hard rotating around. They're calling it now through the pings. You can see in the pings that they're calling the rotation. It's just a matter if they're going to get there in time to hard gate them out. They have to gate them. That's the key. 45 damage in blue. Not too bad. They all have blue armors. They have purples. Assessing the situation, they know they can definitely clutch this out. I know that FLK is definitely fighting Detonator, but at the moment, I want to see if USG is going to be able to clutch this team out. They have the better armor. They know they can potentially fight them out, but they have to be careful about getting sniped from a distance. So they do need to be careful. So once they decide to push up here, there is potentially a fight going to break out here with Crazy Raccoon. Let's take a look at Selly. He's been on fire this round, man. 6 kills in. My gosh. Is he going to get 9 here? This team right now is stuck. They have no choice but to fight Crazy. No pun intended. Let's see if they get some damage in. Solid 45 damage on purple. That's a 1-up. They're going to port in, but when they port in, they're going to port into death, essentially. They're going to get picked on in many different angles. Got a crack. Are they going to go on this? He's probably going to use the port here at this angle to maybe go in for a kidnap or for a rotation, or they might take the port in with them. So all they got to do is just make sure that there's nobody behind them and that they're hard holding the angle. It's been interesting. You know, you guys said you wanted to follow Crazy Raccoon, and they have been nice. They are getting some cleanups. FLK is out. Actually, no, they do have one more. I apologize. Miscommunication there. I apologize. Commentator's curse. We'll see how they manage to clutch this out. 7 kills in, ladies and gentlemen. 7 kills. Let's take a look at some of the other fights that are happening. Team Egg, they don't have any kills to their name quite yet. They're just going to hunker down and hold into their building. There is a Team LM, which if Crazy does get an eye on them, can get some height. They're crafting bats. They've definitely been in a lot of firefights. They definitely have to be careful. There is a fight breaking out right now with USG. Apologize for missing this. Just caught it. Massive shot. Is he going to get 100? Oh, unfortunately gets knocked, but they do have the Wraith up. And the Wraith does clean it up. Wow. USG is out. That's definitely not the situation they wanted to be in. Let's see how Crazy Raccoon is doing. They're doing okay. Arise is definitely just getting their team back up and recovering. Crazy Raccoon definitely has eye in the sky right now, to be honest. They're about to run into a lot of teams flanking right here. Landmark is about to get rolled up on. As you can see, they just get shot in the back. And they're in a rough situation. Crazy Raccoon is just gonna full send it. Let's see if Sully's gonna add more to his collection here. He's got 7 kills. He's feeling hot. He goes for a bat. He's gonna recover it. They do secure a few kills here. The crypto drones are battling it out, apparently. And now they don't. This isn't a bad spot, but not the best spot either, because the team up above can definitely pick on him. They're going to get picked on from multiple angles, and he gets Krabered by North. They just used the bubble, and he's got to go back, so he can recover that. Let's take a look at North and see what is that Kraber. What is he doing with the Kraber, my man? Oh, it's actually a Sentinel, not a Kraber. I apologize. You can't really see through it, and they do recover. That's definitely a nail-biting moment for them. Take a look on teams that are rotating. There is a hard fight happening with T1. T1 has the zone closing on. They have to leave here, and they take the port. And there's the caustic barrel just in case he comes back. T1 needs to rotate in. It's starting to get uncomfortable. Looks like Team Egg is already knocking some people from their building. Nice 143 damage in. Very nice damage. There's the crypto ult, and there is going to be the push. He tried to get out of it, but unfortunately got pushed back in. The caustic ult out, taking too much zone damage. And they should come out clean with this. And there's the port through. And there's the cleanup. Let's take a look and see how other teams are doing. Selly coming up and saying hello. Gets a few master shots off. Trying to go for the cleanup. Only one more remaining. Needs to be careful about the gas. Not take too much damage. Gets knocked. Bubble out. Gold bag. Very nice, man. Crazy Raccoon is 11 kills in the lobby. 11 kills in the lobby, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's wild. And Reignite has prime position. Team Egg did get knocked, unfortunately. We did miss that fight. But we did catch a crazy fight with Crazy Raccoon. North is just hard holding their building. Waiting for Sun Sisters to make a move.
Let's explore this way.
Sun Sisters has the hardest rotation right now in the lobby. Technically, Crazy Raccoon's rotation is a little bit rough.
Let's go here.
And the reason why it's a little rough is because let's see how much space they have here. They just need to make sure that Reignite does not pick on them, and they should be okay. But it looks like Jupiter is running up on them. Jupiter has a nice angle here. And let's see how Sun Sisters makes their way in. Sun Sisters is going to make their way in.
This way.
The other team has their back turned. They do not. Unfortunately, the Wraith gets absolutely fried. And he tries to take some of the barrels out. Tries to get underneath. This is an uphill battle for them, man. This is the worst situation they could possibly be in. And he gets stuck, goes down. The poor Bloodhound just can't make a play, unfortunately. He needs to keep rotating, and he's gone. Let's see. Crazy Raccoon has the high ground here. They have eyes in the sky. They're doing okay. They're just resetting. They're just recouping. Let's see where the teams decide to position. Reignite still has the building. North is getting shot from a distance from Crazy Raccoon. They're about to clutch out their kill. They do. And let's take a look. Selly's team has definitely popped off with a total of 15 kills. Massive game. Massive game for them. He was definitely going to pop off his team and say go up, then held it instead. Reignite is having a hard time peeking. I believe they're still in the building. There's a lot of rats. North is definitely down a few people. They're looking around for the rats. They're like, where are they?
Enemy over there.
Crazy has almost the best positioning. They have the longest to go in. But they can definitely just horizon queue in right across and be just fine. So let's just keep a close eye on them, because this is the most important team to watch right now. Because if they clutch us out... Ooh, they got a nice angle over here. If they clutch us out, this could be a massive point game for them. Nice fry in the back. Crazy Raccoon getting some knocks. They can throw the Horizon Q right into the lava and go right across. They don't necessarily have to use the zip here. Let's see what they decide to use. They're probably going to use different points in Avenue to get across. There's the port. There's the, and like I said, very nice. Big brain play here. Brilliant play. Fantastic. Now they have the high ground. My gosh, that's so smart. That just makes me smile seeing that. They got to be careful though, because it could spell death if they're not careful. He cues back. Tries to buy himself time, just drops. Needs to be careful here. They're in the dome. Horizon's making a play. Decides to arc. Needs to be careful not to fall. There's precision and accuracy needed here, not just in the aim, but in the movement, because she can literally fall off at any moment. And they reposition. Man, what a play. They managed to get in and find their positioning. Looks like Sully is popping off again. Let's go back to his POV as he goes in, and they mop it up. They just got one team to worry about. They're trying to figure out where they're at. He shoots his teammate on accident. 65 damage, and there's the win. Wow. Wow. What a round. A very smart play. Not only from the port, but utilizing the Horizon and Wraith synergy together. My gosh, that was a lot of fun to see. Whew, man. And that leads us up to one of our last rounds here. The scores will be updated here momentarily, and we're going to see some major shifts with Crazy Raccoon boosting up with a massive kill game. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. My gosh, how many kills did they rack up there? They went, let's look at the prior positioning. Okay, so they were at, my gosh, look at, whew, man, 20 kills. They farmed this lobby. 20 kills plus first place is going to shoot them up a monumental amount. They were literally in 10th place before, but they can, I think they're going to be in first place after that. That's pretty crazy. That was really a truly exciting experience to see. All right, switch this. We are now in game 6, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, man. What a big, amazing play that was made. Crazy Raccoon made an amazing play, and it was exciting to see. We got one more round, ladies and gentlemen, left for today. Like I said, anything could happen. They literally made some of the biggest plays and just turned it on. Selly just popped off. I'm glad we followed him along, that we didn't switch, because some of the stuff that they were doing was just blown out of, just crazy. Excuse me, crazy, crazy, crazy. Now we're in a bit of downtime. Grab yourself some water, get yourself a snack, come back, and I'll let you know right before the round starts what the scores are going to be. Whew, man, I started at 4 in the morning. It's now 7 o'clock in the morning, where I'm at currently. Oh, what a day. What a night. What a great day for Apex Legends. Seeing such variety. I love seeing the synergy between Wraith and Horizon, though. It's crazy to see. It was exciting. Oh my gosh. My heart. I can only take so much. Again, while we're in this downtime, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. We will be covering APAC North Finals going forward continuously. So please, just be sure to leave a like. It helps people find it. It helps people find the channel. It helps people find the stream. It helps people understand, helps guide them towards the channel. So exciting stuff. And there's a lot of people in the channel. If you just take a moment, just leave a like. You don't even have to subscribe. You don't even have to comment. Just hit that like button. Help that like button skyrocket a monumental amount, because it would mean a whole lot. Okay, so everyone is getting back in the lobby. We saw the Revenant try to make a play. Unfortunately, it wasn't big enough. We had Crazy Raccoon just absolutely pop off over on the lobby. And Lawrence, by the way, this is actually my personal channel. Shout out to EA. They have given me the opportunity to cast. So that means a whole lot. If there is feedback that you guys don't want to see it, I could definitely remove it. We've definitely made changes already in midstream. on changes overall. So Crazy Raccoon got 32 points that last round. They got 20 kills plus 12, total of 32 points, which boosts them almost close to first place. I need to see once they update the overall scorecard what that is going to look like. There were 19 points before. They had a total of 32 pop in. So monumental. Very, very big round. Since we're on the last round, I'll leave the face cam for now, but for future streams, I'll probably remove it just because obviously we're kind of doing this live. But I appreciate all of you guys. It means a whole lot. And yeah, shout out to everyone in chat. This is a great moment. Grab yourself a snack, coffee, if it's in the morning for you. If it's nighttime, I don't know, get some milk. I don't know. What do people drink at night? I have no idea. But nonetheless, here we go. We're going into round 6 in just a moment here. This is the last round of the day. Crazy Raccoon could take first place if they have just another clutch round like this. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, honestly. Okay, so everyone's connecting. Don't forget to take a break. And if this is your moment that you're just hopping in-game, or in the stream, sorry, this is the Apex Legends official APAC North tournament. So we're going to see how things shape up in the last round. You tuned in literally at the best moment because we're in the last round of the... I don't even know what time it is. Is it morning, night? I don't even know anymore. But it is the last one of the morning, and for some people of the night. So we'll see how this all shapes up. So everyone's just connecting, getting their feet wet, getting connected again. And yeah, what an amazing victory. Very, very proud and very I'm honored to be your shoutcaster for today. All right. Whew, man. Had to take a breather after that. Don't forget to grab yourself some water. I know I had to grab myself some water. I had to remind myself. Massive game. Let's take a look again to see how they're going to shape things up. So right before this round updates, let me see if they've pinged me a message if the scores have been updated, by the way. Okay, some of the scores have been updated. Okay. Not all of them are updated, so I'm going to wait just a few moments. I want to see Crazy Raccoon's score, what it's updated to. Prior, they were at 19 points. They just got a solid 32 points, so that's it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Yeah, shout out to all you guys in chat. Soneherd, MOBA Games, Selith, Panji, good to have you here. Good to have all of you guys here. Shout out to all of you guys in chat for commenting, for leaving a like. I don't know what the likes are currently at, but listen, if we can get to 1,000 likes, that would be amazing. That'd be amazing if we get to 1,000 likes on a stream. That would be crazy. For those that are watching, maybe if this is a VOD, because this is live, by the way. It's on a 5-minute delay, but it is live. Give your guys some time. So I'll do that extra work. So right after the stream, I'll timestamp it. I do it for all of the tournaments just to make sure that it's easy and accessible for you guys when you guys want to come back. So some of the plays have been absolutely phenomenal that we've been seeing. So definitely got to see it. How is Wraith in Season? Any thoughts? On Season 8, her hitbox has definitely been hurting, which is why you're seeing less of her. But Crazy Raccoon is running her, but a lot of other teams are not. Kind of build it out from there. So I appreciate it. Again, this is actually technically my 4th time shoutcasting. When I first started shoutcasting, this is literally the first time I've ever done it. Never had done it before prior. So I've been still getting my feet wet with it. We've been making improvements. We've been growing. We've been learning. So really great. So let's see. Let's update and let's see if the scores have been updated for... Okay, so they have. So far, we're seeing Egg still in first place at 53 points. Crazy Raccoon at 51 points. FL at 48. T1 at 45. USG at 40. So that means, quite literally, if any one of those teams win, they can quite literally take away first place in this tournament. Keep that in mind. That's massive and huge. That we have 5 teams all at that within the point bracket that anyone can take this. So we'll keep an eye on them in this next round, this last round, to keep an eye on Team Egg, Crazy Raccoon, FL, T1, and USG. So very exciting. They're in second, but only down by 2 points. Muy bien, I appreciate you, by the way. I appreciate you. All right, this has been a blast. I hope all of you guys have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it myself. I feel like my voice is going to get tired by the next day. Here on the channel, if you do subscribe, I do cover APAC North whenever it's in the finals. Thank you to EA for providing me the opportunity. We also post guides, tutorials. Here on the channel, I post gameplay. I also stream. So there's a lot that we do here. You eat toast at night. I'm not nighttime coffee. You'll be bug-eyed, cracked out of your mind at night. All right, we're waiting for the round to start. Let me hit refresh to make sure the scores weren't changed at all. They were not. We're good. Oh, here in a minute. Last round. Be sure to stretch. Let's get ready. I'm not gonna lie. You know, just want to say that Crazy Raccoon, I'm cheering for now. Seeing them, the way they were performing before, and all of a sudden just absolutely pop off, is exciting to see. So I'm rooting for them this round. I hope that they take it away. We have a lot of teams that can definitely do something pretty insane. All right, next round, let's take a look at all of the comps and make sure nothing changes and see if we're not, maybe we'll see more Revenants in play, honestly. We'll see more Revenants. What country? We're covering APAC North, so Asia, so western part of the world, which is why it's 7 in the morning for me and I started like 3 hours ago. This round is taking a while to load. Hopefully I don't disconnect or something. I'm a little worried at the moment. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect. Okay, thank God. All right. I actually tabbed out to go take a look. Make sure that we didn't disconnect or something. That would have been... I would have been so upset. I guarantee all of you guys would have been as well. I was just kind of like holding my breath. I'm like, are we going to connect? What's going on? All right, well, everyone's picking their legends. So the massive game from them. We saw the Revenant in play. Let's see if they decide to do the Revenant again and where it goes from there. Let me just turn off the music because we need to be able to focus and hear footsteps and everything in game. And we'll follow where the story is going. I need to shave, Mystic. Long story short. COVID-19. I've been inside, unfortunately, quite a bit. I was obviously cleaning a car and maybe part of it just got flipped. Who knows? I need to shave. I will shave. Don't worry. But I'm definitely rooting for Crazy Raccoon. Let's see where they go. So we're at 800 likes. There's so many of you guys in chat. Can we get to 1,000 likes? This is the last round, game 6. Can we get to 1,000 likes? Can we get there? See where Crazy Raccoon is going to go.
Let's check out this way.
Of course, they're taking the sorting factory. Match ended. Okay. All right. So I apologize. It looks like the round has ended. It looks like we ran into a glitch, potentially. I'm probably going to get restarted here in a moment. Wonder what happened. Perhaps the server was a little too laggy and they're probably going to reset it. Nobody's quite sure what just happened. All right, hold on. Let's take a look. Okay, they're restarting. Okay, they're restarting the lobby, and we'll be in just a moment. All right, they're restarting the lobby. It looks like there was an error with the server, so they decided to restart it just to fix things. We'll find out what's going on in just a moment, and then we'll get into the last round. So, apologize for that, but I'm glad that they're keeping the integrity, but restarting the server just if there was because there was an issue. So let's see if they once the server's back up. Okay, it's back up. They should start relatively quickly, though. Okay. All right. Hopefully, we're going to get right back into this really quickly, so I apologize for that. The admin did close down the server. Looks like there was a few issues with it, and just to make sure other people weren't... Because we realized when we connected the last lobby, it took a moment there. All right, we'll be in just a moment. Everyone's reconnecting. Hopefully we don't run into any other issues, and then we'll be good to go. Is the video blurry for others, just Wi-Fi just bad? Things have been good on our end for now, Roger, but it's good to have you here, by the way. So we're just restarting the lobby, and we'll be in just a moment. And last round. One-man show, driving the camera, driving the commentary. Solo commentary here on the channel. It means a whole lot that you guys are supportive. Excuse me. Alright, so I got word that they're starting it up relatively quickly, and the goal is to be up and running as fast as possible. That's the goal. Alright, everyone's filling up. The goal is just to get in as fast as possible. We'll get in, don't worry. I wonder what exactly happened last game, but still. It definitely is, Game Boy. It's definitely hard to solo queue unranked. I've been doing a lot this season myself, solo queuing. Alright, once everyone's connected, then we will be good to go. I will keep an eye on Crazy Raccoon. Team Egg, obviously, because they're currently in first place. Let's just run through a reminder of the score. Team Egg is at 53 points. Crazy Raccoon at 51 points. FL at 48. T1 at 45. USG at 40. Last round of the day. How many all-nighters in here? I guess I would technically be one. How do you get into this tournament? Are you official spectator? Yes, I'm an official spectator on the right. So if you're just watching for the first time, welcome. It's good to have you here in the channel. This is the Apex Legends Global Series Winter Circuit Online Tournament number 2. So I do have a camera. I am controlling the camera. I am commentating by myself. We're following along. We're in the pin section is where the scores are currently being updated. So you can click on that and take a look where stuff is occurring. And yeah, we'll go from there. First time watching a tournament like this. Can't wait to see how it'll play out. We got one more round. One more round, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6. Let me make sure I got the right text on there. It does say Game 6, so there we go. And then we'll get right into it. Just waiting on USG. We're good. All right, let's do this. One more person. That's all we need. There he is. Nani? Okay. So now, obviously, you know, we segued. Let's go Crazy Raccoon. I mean, you know, hey, listen, I'm allowed to root for one person. They came as the underdog. It's been exciting to commentate and follow them. All right, oh, there we go. We're in. Let's do this. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6, last one of the night. I have to I'm not gonna lie. I'm still super excited and pumped. And I've been just so, I don't know. I'm like, I can't believe I've been up all night. Literally, yeah. All right, let me pause the music. Got to hear them footsteps, right? All right, so we don't see the prior group. Ah, there we go. More time for 1,000 likes. Listen, let's try to get to 1,000 likes. There's a lot of people watching this live. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. It means a whole lot. We're frozen in the stream, this screen, just as a reminder, because people are selecting their characters. We are controlling the camera. If there's somebody specifically like me to follow, we'll definitely check it out. We have been following Team Egg. We've been following Crazy Raccoon because they're in first place, first and second. T1, as well as FL, they've been doing really, really well. Remember, for ALGS, anyone can compete. There is the initial qualifiers, then it goes into quarters, then semis, then what you're watching here are the finals. So once we connect in, we'll see what teams and what comps are running. Look at this. We have 2 Octane teams. Even FK is running Octane. We have finally seen, ladies and gentlemen, Octane, many Octane teams, and competitive. We have 3 different teams that are going to be running Octane Revenant. This is competitive Apex. Seeing Octane finally make his debut, not only once, but in 3 different teams. So FK, obviously looting on the outskirts here. They looks like they are aware that SG is by themselves. That Octane is going to stem up and chase. He's hungry. Look at that. He knows. He's catching him out already. The Wraith Qs, but he's unaware that Octane has showed up into this lobby. There's the first knock. SG not looking too hot. Let's take a look at Arise and Detonator running Octane as well. The Octane is making plays. Remember, we're going to probably potentially run into lag. That's normal. I'm just connecting. I apologize. I'm on the East Coast connecting clear across the world. But it does even out. So just want to remind you guys, just in case you guys see it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't stress. And we see Detonator already clutching out an early kill. So let's take a look at how Team Egg is doing. They're obviously splitting thermal stations, so not a whole lot to worry about there. So it's okay. Teams are just going to respect each other, rotating out. It's curious if FK is going to be aware that SG is the one caught out. FK is running Octane Revenant, so we're going to see a very, very aggro game in this last one. Definitely going to be interesting. Trials is being run at the moment, which is expected. They're getting shot from a distance, but they're still okay. So we still have many Octane teams still in play. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. They should be doing okay. They're in sorting right now, just kind of doing their thing, looting up within their loot areas. For those that are new to Apex, it's important to know your rotations of where you're looting. When you're seeing the pro players, they know where they're going, they know where loot is, and they're maximizing on their time so they can rotate. And that is definitely going to be huge as they continue to clutch things out. So no teams are going to be currently fighting. We're potentially looking at a tree ending, potentially, depending on where things pull. A tree, I'm gonna put my money on tree. Just guessing where that's gonna potentially play out. I always like looking at Crazy Raccoon's movement. It's always nice. Their Gibby knows how to move, man. He may be a big boy, but he definitely knows how to move. So again, don't forget to leave a like. It helps support the stream, helps support the channel. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. If not, that's perfectly okay, but nonetheless, it'd be awesome. So far, we do have SG all by themselves over here. SG kind of in their own little world. I apologize. I did miss that one little engagement. He's just going to have to be the rat. He's just going to have to be the rat of the lobby. And try to secure as many points as humanly possible. So all the teams are... It looks like it's not pulling towards tree. Probably going to pull more towards the open here. We do have a team pulling up right behind here. Reignite. The only Pathfinder team that has stuck true to their guns on this.
Let's go this way.
And good morning. If you're just hopping in, this is the last round of the day.
You're in their sights.
Can Reignite get into a nice solid fight? The Gibby bubble went out, in my opinion, just a little too early. That's okay. They're trying to get some early damage here, and there's the enemy Gibby bubble out. They're trying to find some hard positioning here. Just selling, trying to get an off angle, seeing if they can get some entry-level damage. If they can, they're definitely going to make a play on this. If not, they'll just go for the rotation. If they don't get the damage, there's no reason to push. And they're opting for the rotation. The damage did not come, unfortunately. We do see a fight breaking out. Shots taking place right here. Selly, will he be able to clutch out a solid fight here? They were popping off before. If they lose early on now, that could be... That's not good considering the crypto ult came at the wrong moment. Crazy Raccoon is in major trouble here. We were rooting for them. We're hoping for them. And they did clutch it out. One of them is already running away, and they're just repositioning.
I got you.
USG, but they are getting third party by Sun Sisters. Are they going to be able to recover fast enough? Are they going to be able to make a play? Selly getting a bat off there, stuck in this building. And there's the crypto ult. And there's the Gibby ult as a counterplay, just to make sure they don't push up on their building. This isn't looking good for Crazy Raccoon, though. Not looking good. They're in a really tight situation. Are they going to get third party? He has to be careful. That crypto ult with the bubble was the worst timing for Selly. Unfortunate. But they do back off. Sun Sisters decides to give him a little space. They give him a little respect. And unfortunately, USG is just in the bottom, just kind of chilling because they kind of got pushed out. Crazy Raccoon's in a wonderful spot. You most likely won't see them engage in many fights from here on out. There's no reason. They need placement points. They need to make sure to beat out Team Egg. Team Egg is still in thermal. They're rotating, making their way downtown. And they're not in a bad spot. This isn't a bad spot for them to be in. They rotated pretty quickly from thermal, and they're just kind of chilling and waiting for their spot. So Team Egg, as well as Crazy Raccoon, don't need to worry too much about them. Of course, OM, though, is definitely making some big damage here. Catching out this poor team on rotation, which is Jupiter Vega. Jupiter has been doing pretty well in the tournament overall. They just need a little bit bigger of a game, and they can definitely clutch something out. Let's see how things are shaping up at Fragment as we look at FK with the Octane and Revenant play.
Let's go over here.
Let's go over here. Gotta love the Octane. And there it is. There's the push. He forgot to press F on it, though. Is he unaware that he didn't use his ult? Needs to be careful. Maybe he's just anchoring and holding down. There it is. He's waiting, and he's going in on the push. The jump pad is not necessarily in the best spot. Was not able to get him the jump that he needed. It did buy him time so he didn't get hit. He's breaching. Taking his angle. Decides to take the zip up. One is knocked. Got Revenant versus Revenant play here. Gibby's unaware that he's behind him. Gets sent back. Does not get enough damage. Alternator play. Solid damage. Decides to take the zip as if he's playing Dragon Ball Z, the video game. He runs, but unfortunately was not able to find the positioning. And then all we have is a lonely Caustic left. There's another fight breaking out. The Caustic is gone. They are out of there. All we have left is the Octane from Detonator. Just running away. Let's take a zoom in. Let's see which team is about to fight. Octane gets sent back. Decides to medkit and reposition. There is a lot of back and forth bouncing here because there's a lot of Revenant and Octanes in play. Another one gets sent back, and they're just going to rotate. The Detonator is just chilling with the Octane. And, of course, Fennell gets a solid knock. I'm sorry we missed a few of the shots there. Again, there's been a lot of bounce back and forth. And he does get finished. He tried to grief the kill, but it was not fast enough. So, LFT into a solid fight. Now waiting to see what's going to happen. Are they going to get thirded? He's getting the banners. The Octane now can spend the time and just run out. And he is out of there. All the teams, though, are set up quite nicely. Ignite set up quite well. Crazy Raccoon, like I mentioned, is not going to move. They will not move, as well as Team Egg, just chilling. Now we wait for the zone to close, and we wait for something to happen and something to change. SG is just kind of chilling, just kind of going trigger happy on the movement. And USG just finding a rotation. The only teams that are really going to fight are the ones from Harvester, as well as the ones that are going to get caught out. Everyone else is not going to move. I promise you, rest assured, these teams will not move. And the reason why, there's no reason to. There is literally no reason to move whatsoever. Because if they do, it just does not make a whole lot of sense. If they make a move. Crazy Raccoon honestly almost got knocked, but I'm going to kind of call that Crazy Raccoon's going to make a play here. I have faith in Team Egg as well, but they have been underperforming the last few rounds, but their first game was insane. So we'll see what happens. Shout out to everyone being here. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you, at any way, shape, or form, find it entertaining. Just know that I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Can we hit 1,000 likes? So it looks like USG is engaging into a potential fight here. Gibby's trying to find an off angle. He needs to find it quickly or else he's going to not get the right angle. 55 damage in. This is the rat, and they clutch it out. They do get a knock, and they're going to have to recover. There is no third party because there's no teams around him. We do have a team just getting caught out of rotation. If they get the knock, they're going to get full sent on. Let's take a look to see what their angle looks like. They are full sending it. They know they have the armor. There goes the arc. They do have a knock coming in. There it is. And now they full send it for the RP. Pog looks like they're going to be going out early here. It's not looking good for them, ladies and gentlemen. Needs to reload his Spitfire. Has a massive amount of ammo, though. Finishes off the ult from Horizon. Gets caught out. There's the Crypto ult as a retaliate. Goes for the bat to clean up. Has the Gibby Bubble go out for positioning. And the Revenant is showing up in the back. Look at Landmark making a big play. As we see team after team getting third-partied here. He's just hiding in the bed of the truck, but it's not enough. And Landmark is like, what else is here? Misses, gets some solid damage, not too bad. The other teams are rotating. There's a massive amount of chaos happening here. We're trying to make sure we stay on the teams that are doing the most damage and they disengage. Is this team going to roll up on them? They're waiting? They're like, where's the third party? What happened? I heard noises here. Did you hear noises? I heard noises. Is there a third party? Where'd they go? And they dropped the port. And guess what? This team said, I just heard a port. We knew that this was going to happen, and they're going to go full on sending it. I love the timing of that. They literally heard the port, and they're like, where are they? They don't realize just how far ahead they might be. Did they miss him? They did. They just missed him, and he gets caught out. And the other guy does as well, and that's it. They're making big plays. They get sent back. It's always harder to follow a Revenant team just because they're all getting sent back consistently. The Crypto's kind of caught out of position here. One gets knocked. They just got flanked by Team Detonator. And, of course, Team Detonator revived, and now they're Revenant pushing. My gosh, is a little... Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Octane. He's cracked out of his mind, stimming. Team Detonator going back in. Octane is like, you know what? We gotta go. Decides to medkit, make his positioning, find his angle. They need to be careful. The other team decides to back up. There is a team out in zone rotating. They need to make sure that they don't get caught out. What is Team Detonator going to do here? Crazy Raccoon has not left their positioning. Has Team Egg, they have not. I promise you we'll do our best not to miss anything. Team Detonator wants to make a play here. There's a jump pad. They're coming. Where are they at? Is this worth it? Is this worth a push? Tries to get some pop shots. Try to get rid of the Crypto drone. They have all the eyes in the sky on them. There's no other teams really fighting. Everyone's just kind of... Oh, there's a team fighting right here. Fennel. They have hide on them. The question is, will they drop? There's the Gibby ult just to counter them. Fennel we have to pay attention to because they are a top contender. They're in the top 5. So it is important that we keep an eye on them. The Octan teams are great. We have to keep an eye on Fennel as well. So Fennel is in the top 5. How many kills do they have? They don't have any kills currently. And it looks like they're just kind of going to disengage. I don't think they're going to fight on this. They're really the only team that has to make a hard rotation in. Solid damage from R301. He's flushed. He's only got 64 HP remaining. Now I saw some shots go out. Definitely less than that. Gets a knock. Gets a trade. We're facing WC here. Ult goes out. Repositions. His goal is just not to get knocked here. He goes for the res and recoups. Solid reset. They have the knock and the other team has to reset as well. This is going to be a rough situation. And Scarlet, good to have you here, by the way, buddy. Thank you so much for being here on the channel, being here in the stream. Do my best to keep up with you guys in chat as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, for supporting. Don't forget to leave a like. Appreciate, shout out to EA for letting me spectate, commentate for APAC North ALGS. This is an official tournament on a 5-minute delay. They do take height, great positioning from Horizon here. That's what you love to see. And there's going to be a fight breaking out. They have no choice but to push here. WC has no choice but to push. The zone is going to hurt, and they have to make a push. They're going to take some burning damage, and they just literally have to YOLO it, and they'll pray for the best. 42 damage in. Purple, unfortunately, gets knocked. USG is going to hard gate them out. Comes in for a massive shot. Cracked. Doesn't get the knock, though, and that's it. USG cleans them up nice and clean. There's a fight also breaking out with T1. They're actually down below them. So we'll see what happens here. Get them all down below. There is a fight with Team Egg happening. We'll see how this happens out. Massive shot going out. Knocks him. We have a 2v2 situation. Gets flanked in the back. Oh, unfortunately, bursts right in and knocks him. And Team Egg is out. This is the best opportunity for Crazy Raccoon. This is everything that they're looking for. They're going to play a lot more aggressively because this is exactly what they need. Unfortunately, Team Egg got only 1 point. I believe they came in 15th place, which means that Crazy Raccoon is already taking their lead. Crazy Raccoon has now taken first place. Team Egg can only pray that other teams only do less. We'll keep a close eye on Crazy Raccoon because they are first place. They're going to be rotating on another team, Jupiter Vega. Jupiter Vega is completely unaware that Crazy Raccoon is about to show up right behind them. Crazy Raccoon has to keep the presence very low key, just to make sure that they don't get caught out. Because if they make the presence known too soon, they're going to hard gate them out, and they do not want that. You hear the server has kind of gone quiet as they're rotating in. They're rotating right behind them. They're right in front of them. They're taking their shots. There's the ult. The ult kind of hits on the wrong angle. There's the bubble. This could actually be working against them. They can't get knocked here. They need these points. There's a knock. Solid play. Nice Horizon Q. Goes back. Repositions. And now they're 3v2 situation. There's the arc. Once his Q does pop back up, he's going to reposition. The team is getting caught out, and they have only 10 seconds until they can rotate into zone. Unfortunately, Sully takes a massive amount of damage. The Horizon has to make a play here for them. He's going to finish up his kill, and that puts him up into first place currently if they maintain their current stature and their current points. They have one of the hardest rotations to come into. Many teams have hard rotations, but they're going to have to enter into a team. So we're going to keep an eye on them to see if they manage to clutch out a fight here. They have to fight. There is no other option else but to fight. They have a team above and they have a team below. Which one are they going to take? Are they going to take height? Or are they going to take the low ground? They decide to opt for the low ground. Amazing movement by Ras. Completely flexes on the enemy team. As he decides to push in, finds an angle. Can't take too much zone damage. The Wraith decides to Q in, finds positioning. They opt for the low ground opportunity. Got to be careful for the nades. Need to play safe. FL is making massive damage. USG is taking damage as well. A lot of action happening. And thank you guys for 1,000 likes on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Horizon getting her bat off. We'll switch over to Selly while she gets her medkit off. And it looks like Crazy Raccoon is now the kill leader in the lobby. The Gibby Bubble's going to go for the res. And now they're resetting. There is another team fighting out and breaking out. See how they're shaping up. Reignite is hiding right underneath. And Sun Sisters is caught out in the open. All the Octane teams are all down. Actually, Detonator is still in the lobby. Let's take a look at how Detonator's doing. How are they shaping up with this? They're inside the building. They're probably not going to fight too much. Let's take a look at Crazy Raccoon. Because now they actually have more eyes in the sky on multiple teams. They probably see that Reignite is right underneath the main building in front of them. I'm surprised they're not taking more shots at them, though. Once they locate them and find them, they definitely will. They have loot for days here. They see that he has his team on the right. There he is. He's going to Wraith Q right over. Very nice movement. He's going to position right around the corner. He's definitely going to heal. Let's take a look at the Horizon, who's doing cover fire for them. The zone's going to close. They hear the team that's right above them. And they have to watch out for them who's going to drop and make a play. The team's going to shoot him from above. I already hear them dropping in, doing a lot of damage. They use the bubble for some space and positioning. And now they have to hard gate them out. This is a monumental moment for Crazy Raccoon. They get one knock. And there, the confidence has definitely spiked high. Unfortunately, the bubble gets knocked. And Crazy Raccoon can go out here in 11th place, unfortunately. But they did have some kills, so it's curious to see how well they're going to do. Detonator's just hiding inside the building, just chilling, making their moment. Let's see what's happening on the outside. Jupiter Vega is about to get knocked, and they get finished from a team. Northception, excuse me, making a play. Lots of fights happening. Let's take a look at what's happening on the outside of this. LFT trying to make a play is in the worst positioning imaginable as they're out in the open. As a fight breaks out right above that. Let's take a look at Detonator. My gosh. And they bounce right up. It's crazy seeing an Octane in ALGS. Oh, unfortunately wasn't able to connect enough massive shots, but they do clean it up. And the gold bag is there for reviving. Does get hit by the Arcstar, but it's not enough to make a big difference on his armor. Detonator may be trolling, but they're getting some high kill games. Let's just keep tabs on them. And there's the Crypto ult out. And they're healing back up. There is a monumental amount of utility being pushed on them. Just got to keep bubble fighting. And it looks like Detonator's going to go out. There it is. GTS down below. And Reignite up top. Just constant massive battles, bubble fights. Only 4 squads remaining. Everyone's inting and everyone's pushing. We'll need to see how this shapes up overall to see if Crazy Raccoon still takes first place. Who's still left in the lobby? We have Reignite, LFT, North, and GTS. Not any of the top dogs. That's crazy. That is insane. Solid R99 from Dig, or excuse me, Dizzy. Rig, going full on dyslexic. This is going to come close to see who actually takes first place overall in the scoreboard. This is going to be one for the scoreboard. They can't be surviving very long in that angle. They come out. There's the bubble. And they are just free pickings. Once that Crypto ult goes out, the bubble goes away, and they are dead. That's it for them. We got Reignite versus LFT that is down 1 person. Or 2 people. This is Reignite's game. As long as they don't throw it. Honestly, this is Reignite's game. Versus GTS if they play it right. And they might be making a mistake. They're going back and forth, trying to make a play, trying to bait them out. I don't see the Gibby bubble. There it is. And there it potentially is. Reignite takes first place. Whew, ladies and gentlemen, now we just have to wait for the scoreboard, see how things shape up. And we'll go from there. We shall go from there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. We hit 1,000 likes on the stream. I can't believe it. It's 7:47. I started casting at 3 a.m. My gosh. What a night. What a day so far. All we have to do is wait for the scoreboard to catch up, and we'll see who is in first place overall. Because it's going to be a tight match. It's going to be a tight match. Looking at the overall score, Team Egg went out 14, so they got 1 point because of 15th place. And it looks like Raccoon has 10th place, so that's 2 points. Plus 6 kills, so that should push out Team Egg. So potentially, and let's see, FL and T1, how do they do? FL, 12th place, that's looking pretty good for Crazy Raccoon at the moment. And T1, how did T1 perform? T1 got 5 kills at 6th place. T1 might be a little bit too far behind, to be honest. I'm putting my bet, once they add up these scores, that I think Crazy Raccoon did clutch it out for first place overall. The 6 kills plus 10th place, I think boosts them just enough points to obviously edge out Team Egg, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we'll be in the main lobby here, and once they tally up the scores, we'll announce the winner. Again, I appreciate all of you guys so much for watching. It means a monumental amount. The support on the channel, it's been insane, honestly. I've been overwhelmed. Over 1,000 likes. This is my 4th time really commentating. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given. Shout out to all the teams for their amazing plays that they've made tonight. Crazy Raccoon, my God, have they made some epic plays. Seriously. Let's see here. All I'm doing is waiting for the scores to be tallied and updated. And once they update, that'll be it. That'll be it for the day. T1 is pretty close, though. I'll have to see once the scores get updated and what they look like. Remember, I have it pinned right up above so you can see it there yourself. This is going to be close. I'm just waiting for them to ping. All scores are reported on Battlefy, okay. All right, let's see here. Let's see. I keep hitting refresh. They're updating everyone's scores. I need to see what's going to happen here in just a moment. The anticipation. It's killing me just waiting. Just waiting to see who's actually going to take first place. And then I'll announce the scores for you guys. And again, it is pinned above in the pinned comment for you guys to access as well. After this, I'm curious, what are you guys going to do? I'm going to go grab myself some breakfast. I am starving. It looks like, ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Raccoon coming in first place with 59 points. Congratulations, Crazy Raccoon. What an amazing game. Coming back from 10th place and even below that, making a monumental play. One game, 32 points, massive play. Congratulations, Crazy Raccoon. What a play. Okay, so we'll go through all the scores. It is pinned up above for you guys all to see. Again, Crazy Raccoon in first place with 59 points. Team Egg, phenomenal performance. The first game of the day. You need to go back and see it. They mopped up the lobby. Second place, nothing to be disappointed about. Phenomenal plays. FL has been making big plays. Third place at 50 points. Fourth place, USG, 45 points. T1, 45 points as well in fifth place. FLK, 41 points. Jupiter Vegas, 7th place, 41 points. WM, 39 points, 8th place. 9th place is GTS Black, 36 points. ORM, 10th place at 28 points. Some of the scores kind of got updated there, so I apologize. Be sure to click above. It looks like they're still updating some of them, so I apologize if some of the scores shift a little bit. Commentator's curse. But they are there, and they're updating them. Just as they have corrections, they're just correcting, making sure that it's updated. North Epson, 24 points. HEA, 19 points. Rig, 14th place at 19 points. 15th place is Landmark, 17. Detonator, 16th at 15 points. 17th place is Sengoku, 15. 18th place is Cog Ace, 12 points. 19th place is WC, 11 points. And 20th is LFT with 3 points. Again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in, for supporting. I will put the score points in the I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. Final score. There you go. For all of you guys to see, what an amazing time. What an amazing Apex Legends tournament. Shout out to Crazy Raccoon for placing first place. Well deserved. You guys played out of your minds. No other team should be disappointed how they played because, I mean, every team performed extremely well. Again, other teams are performing today. North America, Europe. I happen to be just casting APAC North. I will be shoutcasting APAC North again when we reach the finals for tournament number 3 and 4. So be sure to subscribe. Come back. If you enjoyed the commentary, give me feedback. I will watch the VOD myself. I'm going to put timestamps for you guys to make sure that if you want to go back every single game, literally right when I end the stream, I'm going to go back and start working through all of the timestamps. Make sure that it's there for you guys. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to all of you guys for being here and supporting. It is, 7:53 in the morning. And again, there is a 5-minute delay. So yeah, because, keeping up with the competitive integrity of the tournament. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next stream.